Welcome back to the exciting and new podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Brian.
And we're back. And we have Anthony back. Anthony, say hi.
Hello.
There we go.
Special guest, our same as our first
Thanks for
guest.
having me back.
All the way from Colorado, ladies and gentlemen.
Anthony, can you hear the music?
I can.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you could hear it or not.
I heard the horn and I kind of maybe jump a little bit.
We are really professional here.
We're something, all right.
Professionale.
All the way from Colorado, Mr. Anthony. Good to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
You did your homework? You watched the episode?
I did. I have it up on my screen right here to watch again.
You could also can you see it on our screen? That's what we were hoping. So you could keep up with us. Yeah.
Where that is paused, I am paused.
All
nice,
right.
Perfect.
Oh, hang on. I hear a big hum. What's going on over there, Brian? You good?
That's this thing.
That's the new light. That's the new light bulb. It's humming.
That took care of that.
Sounds good, right? We're good now.
We're good.
Check.
All right, Jason. Talk to us about the Love Boat.
Tonight we're going to do season 1, episode 20 of the Love Boat. Yeah, that's right. We're on episode 20 of season 1. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. I thought we would have been canceled by now.
Once again, we have 3 new stories. Could you tell what the 3 stories were this week as the stories were unfolding?
I don't know.
First?
Well, I don't know what the titles were.
There was a little difference in the titles that were on Paramount Plus versus what was on IMDb. And IMDb was correct, I think, because the titles were Taking Sides.
Okay.
Yep. So, and then Going by the Book. And then the other one was A Friendly Little Game.
Okay.
But Paramount Plus had it listed as A Friendly Little Girl.
Which was
yes, little girl? Really?
Like, wow.
Which was weird because I was like, you kind of, I don't know. It's like you think that you're like, who's this? Who's
the girl?
It was. I thought that was really strange. I was like,
I think game is correct based on the stories.
I say game is correct as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I was a little confused because IMDb also has this as episode 21.
It's episode 21 if you count because the very first is episode 0, which is the pilot. Yep. Which was what we've done. We haven't gotten to the second pilot. There's actually a first and a second pilot that we didn't see, and the third pilot, which was episode 0 on the IMDb.
The third pilot is really the cast that we know, but there's 2 other pilots which is different casts.
There's one I think had Dick Van Patten as the doctor,
right?
Really?
Yeah. And
I need to dig that one up.
There's one of, at least 2 of them are on YouTube. The one that's on IMDb that we saw, and I think the second one. I don't know if I can find the first one yet.
One of them's unfindable.
Yeah.
But yeah, even the pilot to this
unfindable.
The pilot's not on Paramount. The pilot to this
we watched that on
show.
YouTube.
Yeah, we had to watch it on YouTube. Like the one with Gavin McLeod and
when Gavin McLeod
the
was
rest
a
of the
meanie.
The rest
Remember, he was ready.
A meanie.
It was only supposed to be on the boat with them for that one, trip or whatever, I guess. But
he was pretty mean in this one too. I think he overreacted a little at one point in this episode.
But it seemed like they had to leave a lot out. It felt like, yeah. The date of this episode was right after our Valentine's episode.
That's right. Last week was Valentine's.
Week, so this was February 18th, 1978. Let me pull up our IMDb description because I always forget to pull that up when I come in here. And
no problem, man. Everybody loves to listen to podcasts where people are just like pulling stuff up on their phone.
You got any gum? I was actually eating Sprees on the way over here.
Sprees, wow, okay.
Underrated, I think. Really good candy.
What do you think about Sprees, Anthony?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
The little the candy things like Mentos or something like that, right? Are they like those things?
He doesn't. Still have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, they haven't made it to Colorado yet.
I know what Mentos are. They're the fresh maker.
They are.
Okay, here's our IMDb description: an older married couple, Robert Mandan and Audrey Meadows. I won't spoil the rest of the names. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Turns newlyweds, blah blah blah, and blah 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 against one another with their bickering. A male passenger uses a dating manual to hit on a woman with a protective father, and a man cheats the crew out of their emergency fund to pay the passage for him and his wife. That's our IMDb description. I gave away 2 of the guest stars there real quick, but
we're going to get to that
I
anyway.
think we'll get to them really
Can I just make one comment?
Yeah, go for it.
How much I admit, seeing Audrey Meadows,
Yeah,
I just like made me miss the honeymooners all over again.
Oh, you didn't think of Muriel from Too Close for Comfort?
It didn't.
Oh, that's right.
No,
yeah,
I didn't.
forgot about that.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that one. But I was a huge honeymooners fan. Watching the reruns when I was a kid, I loved it.
I might have a honeymooners question for you when we get to her name. So
I bet you have to know how many episodes she was in.
Not all of them. I do know that.
Oh, I'm so letting you answer this one.
Here we go. So we're going to kick it off with her second appearance. She's in 3 episodes, 4 characters because she played 2 characters in 1 episode. She was twins.
Wow. So she's one of the few people that plays more characters than she is episodes. That's crazy.
That's acting.
That's Diane Canova, and she's playing Ellen Desmond.
She's the younger. She's Robert Urich's
Bobby Urich's
wife,
newlywed,
5-hour
wife.
Yeah. She played the twins in that earlier episode where both Gopher and the girls were both trying to get with Doc, right?
Yeah, Doc was with the one kissing her, and the other one wanted nothing to do with Doc, and then it seemed like they, rather than doing like tonight's your night, I'll do tomorrow night, they would break it up in the middle.
I remember like during the middle of dinner, they had to change places.
I didn't order this steak,
and we knew which one was which because one wore glasses. Thank you, TV, for making it so we know which one was which by wearing glasses.
At least they didn't put the fake mole. Like you just had to put the fake mole.
So yeah, this cast was heavy on repeat performers.
Yes, that's not our only repeat performer, but she's in Soap. That was one of her most popular things.
That's about it, right?
She was in the Love Boat 2, the movie. So she was in that pilot that we haven't seen.
With Robert Urich?
I forget. Was he in Love Boat 2?
Isn't he the captain on the new version of this?
He might be.
Show later
no, that's not the new wave.
Oh,
this is the Love. This is the 1977 movie.
Oh, on the earlier pilot.
One of the pilots. Yeah.
Wow. Was she dating Aaron Spelling at this time? Aaron Spelling?
She was in 1 episode of Happy Days.
Aaron Spelling, yes.
Season 1 Happy Days episode. But how many episodes of Soap do you think she was in?
Oh man,
25.
25.
I don't even know how many seasons.
What's the over under?
Well,
he
doesn't want to give that away because then he'll tip his hand.
All right, I revise it. 15.
I'm definitely going over that. I'm going to say 35.
I stick with my original 25.
So we got 25, 35.
I'm gonna say 48.
Okay, without going over, it is Brian. 59 out of 88 episodes that she was in.
Wow.
Of Soap.
I don't really even remember her being on Soap, and I didn't watch Soap religiously. I mean, I remember Billy Crystal and Richard Mulligan and Benson, and I remember them being on there. But
Robert Guillaume, nice.
But he was Benson.
Yeah.
Like Benson's a spinoff of Soap.
Oh yeah,
but, I don't remember her.
Yeah, because then Benson was also, wasn't he like an assistant of some sort?
Well, he was like a butler on Soap.
A butler,
he was like the press secretary on.
And then he
became
Benson. Yeah, did he become governor at one point near the end?
Maybe.
I thought he did work his way up to governor. Brian,
lieutenant governor.
Lieutenant governor. That's not bad.
That's one bar and one stripe, I think. Lieutenant governor, right?
Our next guest, Georgia Engel. This is her she's in 4 episodes. 4 different characters. This is her second appearance. She was in the pilot.
And it was funny how Gopher didn't recognize her at all.
Because that was his squeeze, right? Yeah.
She had stuck her on the boat. And
that was our first stowaway.
Our first stowaway, that's right, yes. And she was stuck in his cabin the whole time.
I wish we kept a tally of like stowaways.
How many stowaways and stuff like
that? That would have been fun.
How many animals?
Because then we're like, hey, didn't we have like a chimpanzee like 2 weeks ago?
Well, we have commented on the fact that there must be some kind of whiteboard, well, back in the day, chalkboard, where they're just
Are you allowed to say that?
What's that? Chalkboard?
Whiteboard.
Oh,
whiteboard.
Damn. But there must be some kind of thing at the Love Boat writers' room where they're like, we can't go back to Stowaway for another couple episodes. We can't go back to like animal.
No, we just did the dog 3 episodes ago. Yeah. So let's wait another few episodes before we do an animal again. And we're like, should we do an octopus?
And this was another.
That's too violent.
This was another episode where the old couple was bickering and stuff like that. That seems to be a common.
We were just talking about that, I think, in last week's episode. Yeah. But again, Sherman Hemsley and Esther. And who else? There was a few other ones I was just thinking of. Milton Berle and
it seems like it's
Shecky Green and Florence Henderson.
Right, they were getting a divorce.
Who was Milton Berle with again? I can't.
I don't remember.
Was not somebody that we really.
So many. Oh,
Why and why? Why, Anthony?
Yeah, tell us anything you know about Milton
Miss
Berle.
Roper.
Oh, was it Mrs.
because
Roper?
he was hung like a baby's arm.
Well, this was Milton Berle was doing. He was doing the practical.
Yes,
jokes,
right.
right?
Oh. See, I'm not keeping up. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's hard to keep up with
I'm
it.
actually,
They
I'm
just
actually
told,
scanning the IMDb site on this episode right
they
now.
didn't show us the practical jokes. They just talked about them.
Yes,
Remember,
that was annoying.
You
yes.
kept getting mad. You were like, "I want to see the damn joke."
Do the jokes.
So I have Georgia Engel here. She's playing Sheila Lawrence. She was in Coach. Do you remember that TV show, Coach?
Oh yeah,
I certainly watched it. I don't remember her being
You
on
wanna guess
Coach.
how
that's
many
where I remember her
episodes she was
from.
in Coach?
I saw her face and I was like,
No, but she was
know
on
that
something
woman.
else besides Coach.
she was.
Yeah.
She really was.
I got Fantasy Island 5 episodes.
No, like
But she was in like one episode's
No.
here, one episode's there.
She was in
Everybody
like
loves Raymond.
Maybe
was
that's
that
it.
what
I
it
probably
was?
skipped right over it.
Mhm.
Well, was she like a Mary Tyler Moore?
Mary
person or
Tyler
something
Moore.
Like
she was
that?
on Mary Tyler Moore too. Yes.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Very good, Andrew.
I believe she was like
Probably
maybe
because
like
I talked about her when she was on the last
she was only
time.
on like 10 or 12 episodes of Mary Tyler Moore, but I think
Okay.
so. Yeah, she was like
She
that.
was in The
she was
Office.
the
She was in-
ditzy girl or whatever, you know.
Yeah, she plays
Yeah.
that role well. Because now
She
she's
was in
done
One
that.
Day at a Time.
Was she?
Well,
Only one
The
episode,
20
I think, though, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Too
Two
many-
and a Half Men.
There are
The
too many
Office.
of those one episode people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, 2.5 Men. We saw she was in a few episodes of that. I think.
She was on Passions. All 6 episodes. Never mind.
All 6? It only went 6 episodes?
I just show all 6 episodes. I'm just looking at the IMDb site.
Up next, we had Harvey Jason. He's playing Howard Wilson.
Which character is that? I'm not even sure who these characters are based on their names.
He's only in one episode. He's the one that played. He was going after Georgia Engel.
Okay. He was the young guy with the glasses.
Glasses.
Yep.
He was
Okay.
Howie. Yeah. Bernie gave him the book. One thing I had here, he was in a lot of like 1-2 episodes.
He looks so familiar, but
I had him in one thing that maybe you might remember. It was an episode of Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Party of
Do you
Four?
remember? Do you remember the bottle deposit when they were getting the bottles and
The
taking
Michigan
them to
run?
Michigan? Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was golf clubs, the JFK golf clubs.
Yeah,
That
totally. I remember all
Elaine
that.
Went to
Yep.
the auction. He was the auctioneer. Not that you remember, but I just thought that was.
I don't remember.
I thought it was really
I
fun,
don't
but you
remember. I remember
that
the episode.
right? Yeah.
Of course, I remember the episode,
Okay.
but I don't remember him.
Remember he was throwing
When
the
I-
clubs out.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
I
and-
first saw him on this episode, one name came out to me. Just popped into my head.
I'm really nervous about this name.
Artie Schiff.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Put John Lovett's voice on him. That's it. Artie Schiff.
I could see that voice coming out of that guy. I think so. Yeah. That's all I had him down here for.
Yeah, he definitely looked like someone that I knew, but then on my scanning research, I didn't see anything that he was in that I knew. Including I didn't see him being in Seinfeld either. So that shows you how deep I go.
I wouldn't have guessed. Oh, this guy's in Seinfeld. It's like reading it, then I was like, oh, that's cool. Now I know the episode. Then you kind of try and remember if you could see. I can't see his face.
I can't
in that
picture him in
episode.
that.
Yeah, I'd have to Google it, but I'm not Googling it. Up next, 6 episodes, 6 different characters. This was his first appearance. Robert Mandan. Robert, he played,
I recognize him from a lot of stuff.
Yep, he plays Max Watkins. He
Is
was
that
al-
Audrey Meadows' husband?
Yes.
I know him from one specific. Well, he was
Soap?
also in Soap.
How many episodes of
He is
Soap
in
Soap.
was he in?
Uh,
Now I just told you there was
52.
88 episodes of Soap.
52.
So that gives you so. Anthony,
72.
72, 52.
Brian forgets to turn on the microphone.
I'm going to go 80.
Okay, he was in 76
Oh.
out of 88 episodes.
But
You went over, but you were both like it's close. I think you were both. Within
I was
4,
low.
right?
I said 52.
You're
I was
both
way
within
low.
4. So
I remember him from something else also, much more importantly than being on Soap.
okay, I also have him here for 3 episodes of Maude. I know you didn't watch Maude.
No, not for more.
I like Maude. Because Bobby Urich was in Vega $. He was in 1 episode of that.
He was okay.
For Brian, I saw that he was in 2 episodes of Chips. Fantasy Island, 2 episodes. He was Senator Wingwood in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Oh, was he? Okay.
He was
Wow.
I forget his name in Zapped.
He was in Zapped.
Yeah,
huh?
I forget what his name was in Zapped. He was in 3 episodes of Three's Company.
That's what I was going for.
And he played...
Three's Company, yeah.
Do you know who he played?
I don't remember his name, but he was the guy, the father of the girl that Jack ended up...
Give me her name and his name?
No, I can't give their names at all. But
he was
also
Mr. Bradford, James Bradford, and she was Vicky Bradford.
But he was Vicky then, the girl. Vicky is the one that Jack ends up living with that becomes the new show, Three's a Crowd. And he's the owner of Jack's Bistro.
The French cuisine.
The place. So he's a main character in that spinoff.
Can you tell me how many episodes of Three's a Crowd aired?
13, maybe.
Tony, wake up.
I'm going to say 10.
It got canceled during the first season.
10, 13.
20.
Once again, Papa Bad Kitty, 22 episodes.
So they filmed the whole season. But I remember when it first came out, when they announced Three's a Crowd, they picked it up for 2 seasons off the bat. They're like, we're doing 2 seasons. And then it was so bad, they were like, oh, no, we'll be canceling that.
They didn't even get any special guests. There was one cool special guest they had in an episode of Three's a Crowd.
I mean, was it Larry or Joyce DeWitt or something like that? It was the lead singer of Fear, Lee Ving, was in an episode of Three's a Crowd. That's not very special.
But to me,
to you it is, but that's not bringing viewers in at all.
Let's have a war.
You'll use the space.
Jason, New Year's Eve, Gothic Theater, Englewood, Colorado, Fear.
Are you going?
I'm going. Everybody got tickets.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Love Fear. If you could put some Fear music in the background right here, that'd be perfect.
See what I can do.
You want me to sing it?
Let's have a war.
Let's have a war.
It can start in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Also, I had him down here for one episode of Mama's Family, because I know we mentioned Mama's Family often on here, and he was also the guy who married Mrs. Garrett at the end. When she left Facts of Life and Cloris Leachman took her spot. Robert Mandan was Dr. Bruce Gaines, and he married Mrs. Garrett.
Okay.
He put a ring on her.
He could probably have done that.
He put a ring on her.
He put a ring on that.
Mrs. Garrett was really old by then.
Girls.
Moving on.
Up next.
I always thought Jason would play a really good head mistress of some kind of all-girls school.
Or all-boys school.
No, all-girl. I think Jason wants to be an all-girls
We
school.
could dream. Every boy has a dream. Up next was Anthony's girl, Audrey Meadows. And she's in 3 episodes as 3 different characters. She plays Gladys Watkins. How many episodes of The Honeymooners was Audrey Meadows in?
I remember I looked up years ago. It ran a long time. I mean, I'm going to say 65 episodes.
That's not even close to being correct. I think there's only like 15 episodes of The Honeymooners in total. I think it ran on the Jackie Gleason show as like a skit. But
so 65 from Anthony, 15 from Andy.
I think 15's high. I think it's like 13.
So you changing?
I'm changing it to 13. I'm going down to 13.
65, 13.
I'll go in the middle, 40.
You were very close. 39 episodes. It was one season.
One season.
One
39.
season, 39 episodes.
Wow.
Yes, and she was in all 39, so she didn't miss an episode. Yeah.
But didn't somebody else play Alice Cramden early on?
Maybe on the Jackie Gleason show where The Honeymooners started.
I think that might be correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe that was it.
Because she came back and played that character.
Are you counting the lost episodes in that 39?
On IMDb, it had Honeymooners.
I remember
they did have the lost
in the
episodes.
80s when it came back. They were like the lost episodes. I was like, where did they lose them? How did they lose them? What's going on here? I had no idea what that
meant.
They get
lost?
It was on the closet floor in a corner.
Jackie Gleason had them hidden somewhere. He locked them up. That was where
why he had them hidden.
All his anti-Semitic rants were on those episodes.
That's
it's like, we're not showing that.
Up next, she was in one episode of Different Strokes. Mr. Drummond was like going to buy these beat up apartments, and she was a squatter in there, and he was going to put a luxury
put luxury condominiums like a slumlord or something.
Yeah, he gave her like grandfathered rent or whatever, and let her move in there. So
okay.
I mentioned earlier she was on Too Close for Comfort. She played Muriel's mom. Can you tell me how many episodes Audrey Meadows was in of Too Close for Comfort?
I cannot.
I'm going to say 5.
I'm going to say 6.
Damn you.
7.
I had it in my head, but that made me laugh. So 18 out of 129 episodes. She was also in one episode of The Simpsons season 2. So it was a good season.
Early. Who's she playing?
I remember that. I can't remember the episode.
I don't remember. I didn't look at I just wrote it down because I saw Simpsons and I got excited.
I wonder who she played. I don't know who she played.
I knew I should have.
And season 2 is a season I watched. That was the good years.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Up next, we had Harry Morgan.
Colonel Potter.
Playing Wendell Sneed. Speaking of Colonel Potter, can you tell me how many episodes?
Damn it, I really should have. This I should have actually looked up and known.
How many episodes of MASH was Mr. Morgan in?
All right, so MASH went. I'm going to do some math here. MASH went.
While you're thinking, I'm going to mention he did an episode of The Simpsons also, season 7.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
MASH went like 13 seasons, I think. Yep. And he was probably in the last 8 or so. So I'm going to say.
When did Henry Blake?
Well, he replaced Henry, and he was also in an episode as not Colonel Potter. He was in an early episode when
someone else
as a different like another colonel or general or something like that. But so I'm going to say 8 times. So I'm going to say he was in
24.
No. 8 times. I'm going to say he was in 200 episodes of MASH.
That might be.
Did I do
pretty
that
damn
math
close?
Right? Shit.
I'm going to say 187.
201.
Fucking dick, man.
Dick.
He's got to pick next time first. He keeps doing this to me.
If this is Price is Right, though, I think you all went over because it's 180 out of 251.
All right.
What did I say? I said 187.
Well, it's still over.
Still over. I'm saying it's over. I'm saying
over.
I said if we're playing that way, but that was close. Yes.
How
about how many episodes of Aftermash was
13.
Harry Morgan?
13? Did that get canceled midway?
Hint. He was in all episodes.
But did it go a whole season? Was
all
it 24 episodes?
Hint. It went 2 seasons.
Aftermash went 2 seasons?
2 seasons?
Hint. The first season
26.
was only 6 episodes.
I really thought it only went 1 season.
12.
30 then.
15,
24
25.
and 6.
25 or 6 to 4.
There you go.
So we got 6.
He's going to say 31. This
You
cunt.
got 30. And what did you say?
I was going to say 31.
He really did.
Yeah, of course he did.
Well, too bad, because if it was Price is Right, you would get to come up and take money out of my pocket
Was
because
it exactly
30.
Thank you. Well, you gave me a big hint when you said 6. It was the first season. That really helped.
Okay, so let's go on to
Aftermash went 2 seasons, huh?
That's amazing.
God
It went
damn,
that
that
long.
show
after that. I guess that was like a mid-season replacement. Maybe when they did the 6 episodes, and they were like, "Hey, that wasn't bad. Let's bring it back for 24 more."
I kind of thought that was like the
episodes."
same thing with Three's Company, where they already created the spin-off when the original ended, and they were just ready to go to the next show after that kind of thing. But I guess not. What's up?
He was in the 1990s.
Anthony's wandering. He's not on the screen.
Tony.
I'm here.
Tony.
I'm listening.
Wouldn't that be
I'm
fucked
listening.
up if you just saw him collapsed on the floor? Like, what would we do? We're an entire continent away. We'd be like,
Mari.
Call
Mari.
Mari.
Can you hear it through Anthony's headphones?
No, they said if they found me on the floor, on the count.
Maybe turn one of the headphones out. So this is
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mari.
This is the part you can edit right out.
Yeah, edit this.
Oh no, this is definitely staying in. We were on Harry Morgan. Okay, he was in the 1997 Dragnet movie, but he was also in
the show for sure.
He was also in the series. Can you tell me how many episodes of Dragnet?
I want Brian to go first.
He was in all the episodes.
56.
57.
54.
He had to know that was going.
He's almost saying 58, man. Anthony can't even play the Price is Right.
He dicked himself out of 54. He could only get 54, 55, or 56. That's it. And if he would have went over, if he would have went higher, he would have went 98.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know how many episodes Dragnet went or seasons.
No.
But I thought it was interesting that he had a good run with Dragnet and then a good run with MASH.
Yeah. And I remember him being in the movie. That was with Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That was a good movie. Not great.
I
good.
remember that being okay.
Yeah,
I remember it being like, I was like, it wasn't something we rushed to go to see in the theater.
But I did see it
like
in the
some
theater.
people ran to the theater the other night to see Spider-Man. I want to talk about it, but I can't.
Are you really comparing Dragnet the movie to Spider-Man No Way Home?
I just wanted to throw it out there that you wanted to talk about it right away. I was like, give me a couple of days.
It's only a blockbuster that everybody's racing to see, man. I was in a packed movie theater.
And I'm spoiler free. I still have not seen any spoilers online, so that's pretty good.
Good. Because
I will not say a word.
I couldn't even look at Twitter that day. I didn't want to get spoiled.
Doc Ock's in it.
Doc Ock is in it.
Fucking spoiled Jason now, man.
Dude.
I told you that trailer spoiled a lot, though, and Alfred Molina was in the trailer. So
was he really in it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You didn't know?
There's a lot.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the trailer?
You've seen the trailer, probably, right?
No, I haven't seen the trailer.
He's been busy editing.
I mean, like, he's prominent in the trailer. He's very prominent. He's prominent in the movie, too.
There's a lot of cameos in that movie.
Without going into any kind of spoiler, I don't want to talk about it because I can't have a conversation without.
I was like,
yeah. Well, I guess what I want to say is my crowd wasn't as energetic as, like, when I saw Endgame in the theater. My crowd went bananas when certain people showed up, when certain hammers went flying, when certain words were said. People went insane. So in this movie, when people showed up, there were like golf claps, and I was like, what's going on?
Connor watched this and hated it because there was so much energy in the theater.
Oh, see, I wanted more energy. I thought it was a little lackadaisical, and I thought that.
See, it's weird because sometimes I think I want it, and other times I think I'm like, shut up.
No,
like,
this was a movie that
there was a lot of energy at the theater when I went last night. There were people screaming.
Yeah, see, I would have rather that.
Now were theaters fully packed, or were they not?
Packed. No masks. No masks.
No. Well, okay. Here's the funny thing.
Well, there were some people with masks.
We had over 600
I went up to Denver. They gave me a mask.
Yes,
they wouldn't let me in without a mask. They gave me a mask.
Oh, really?
But when I see a movie down here where I live in Douglas County, they don't require a mask anywhere. So it's all,
Well, it's local, I guess.
It's all politics.
Just dox the county, dude.
It's all politics.
Lousy Democrats.
Dox this county.
Are you in Parker?
Anywho. No, I'm in Highlands Ranch, but I'm in Douglas County.
Parker. Andy doesn't even know her.
Woo, Parker.
We're trying to move to Parker.
Do you know Trey Parker?
Oh, yeah. How far are you from South Park?
No, but I know Matt Stone.
Do you really?
That's cool. How do you know Matt Stone? Tell us the Matt Stone story.
I don't.
I set him up for it, right?
I'm lying to you.
How we were hanging out in a jacuzzi one night. Boom.
I lie as bad as Ron.
I got my finger in my chick's head.
I lived on the corner of Iliff and Hamden.
I know exactly where that is.
And also Tamarack.
Is that the place where like hookers and drug dealers hang out?
Yeah.
Take us there right now. Just turn the camera around. It's right there.
There you get drugs at.
Turn the camera around. You're like right there. Look.
Are there any HR people there too? Drug dealers, hookers, and HR people, the scum of the universe.
That is a recurring theme.
And let me tell you something. I am being very unfair to hookers there.
If
that
we
is
could get that in the description,
fair to hookers.
I watched a really good documentary on
like, HR people.
Oh, goddamn, man.
A really good documentary on pimps the other night, and it was really good.
I saw that. It's called The Deuce. It's awesome with Franco on HBO.
No, this was a real documentary. This lady, Mariana Van Zeller on National Geographic. It's called Trafficked. She like gets into underground shit. She found like she was in the Mexican cartels where they get cocaine delivered and shit like that.
Like home delivery?
Yeah.
Like
where
some coke for you.
It was just insane how she has like these, and then she gets people to sit down and they put on like these masks
so
and
they can't be identified. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool.
She was talking to like real pimps and everything and shit that they did, and girls that worked for it, and how they were like 12 years old and like their friend's dad was their pimp, and it was like,
man, that is my dream. I need my son to start bringing some girls home that I can pimp out. Is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bitch?
See, you wanted to know if we could do comedian stuff. There you go. You just did a Wayne Brady.
I quoted him directly.
Where did we leave off?
I realized when I moved to the suburbs? Dealers deliver.
Nice.
Just saying.
You know what? You know what else, Andy? I know you wanted me to bring up anytime somebody was on a Twilight Zone episode. Harry Morgan was on an episode of the Twilight Zone, but it was the one from 1985 to 1990.
Oh, I'm sure I watched those, but I don't have.
I don't remember them as well as I remember the
because they were all.
Ones.
I think they were all remakes of the old ones.
They weren't as good. Now that's one of the things I always look for now as well, is if there's anybody.
I'm surprised. I mean, he's an old man in the 70s. I'm surprised he wasn't on the Twilight Zone.
Harry Morgan was on a lot of lot of westerns.
Oh, okay.
Because
Harry Morgan was
MASH wasn't
96
even
when
in
he
his
died.
top 4.
Wait, what did you say, Jay?
MASH or Dragnet, one of them wasn't even in his top 4. Because it was
really?
It was like these other. He was in those Apple Dumpling Gang movies with
really?
Tim
Okay.
Conway.
Yes, I remember that.
So, yeah, he was in a lot of stuff, but like his top 4, like almost like whenever we did the Star Wars, Harrison Ford was the only one.
No Star Wars.
No Star Wars stuff, but everybody else was like Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill. They were all Star Wars, and obviously
I think
Tony Daniels.
I think Harrison Ford had some say in that.
Well, I think
Don't make Star Wars my top billing.
I'm going to quote from Doug Benson's podcast, his Doug Loves Movies
Get
podcast.
off my plane.
He meant like you could change your IMDb if you're like a member of it. Like so, if Harrison Ford can go in and
Ron
change
has changed his
4,
25 times.
We should be in there for
Jason changes his all the time. His top 4 are the Dudley gets raped episode, the Natalie gets raped episode.
That's what he wants me to. He wants me to do that for. But we could. Both of us should have an IMDb credit because we are in an episode. We are in an episode of Ice Loves Coco.
That is true.
We are in there,
and if you blink, it's not even a blink if you miss it because you could be not blinking.
Find it. It's on the USA TV network. I think right now you can find it on the app.
Somebody explain this to me.
We are in an episode of Ice Loves Coco.
We went to get Ice-T's book signed in New York, and it just so happened they were filming an episode of Ice Loves Coco, and they actually came up to us. They came up to us and said, we're going to be filming today. Do you mind?
They made us move. We had to move our seats
because we were in the front. We were in the front row, and we had to make room for Coco and everything else.
She sat right in front of us.
She sat right in front of us, and when they panned,
gotta make room for Coco.
Yeah.
When they panned it, you could see her breast in my head and Jason's head sticking over both of them, and. But honestly, it was like snap and you missed it.
I think they show us like more than once. It's like
maybe
twice we get seen. I think at one point, like we might even look at each other.
I was gonna say they blacked out my face. I had a big black bar over my face. Like this dude is too ugly for this documentary.
The closed caption goes right over my face, and you just hear it. If you read it, DOOYYYY.
I should go grab my signed Ice-T book because that's my favorite signed book.
Oh yeah, tell that story real quick.
Because when the lady came around to say, do you want it personalized? They have a Post-it note. They're like, what's your name? And they write it down. So she wrote Andy, and the way she wrote it, like she almost like wrote it printed but scripted, so the letters were all connected. So when I gave Ice-T the book, and he's like, he opens it up, and he's like, he starts going like, he's like ARI. He's like, what the hell is your name? I'm like,
I think he put Arby's. He put Arby's.
Something like that. I'm like, it's Andy. He's like, oh, dude. He's like, what the fuck? And he just like turned the page over and just signed it on the next page. So I got a misprinted name and then my name on the next page.
That is great signing. He got that, but I got Ice, and then I got Coco to sign the book as well. So
I didn't get Coco because I was
Did you get a picture?
I have pictures. Yeah, I could send. I don't know
if I have pictures.
They're on my Facebook. I'll pull them down. Maybe I'll post them. I'll post them on.
I'm not on the Facebook anymore, so
I'm gonna find them from Facebook and I'll post them on the Instagram later tonight.
Please
remind me after.
I want to see that.
So I'll put
Were
them
you
out
in
there.
between Coco's? He
buried himself in there. He just threw his face in there.
I was like, you mind if I motorboat you real quick?
Back to the task.
I was going to say, where are we? Audrey Meadows?
No, we did Harry Morgan.
Harry Morgan.
So next up,
Harry Morgan died at 96.
Yeah,
2011. 96 years old.
Yeah, he lived.
God bless him.
Yeah,
good life.
I think Dick Van Dyke just turned 96. I think
Dick Van Dyke died.
He did. He did, and he's got a.
I think Bob Barker's up there, 95 or 96 as well. Bob Barker
and Bob Newhart too.
Peter Marshall's up there. Mel Brooks is up there.
Someone just turned 100 recently. I forget who it was.
Norman Lear's 99.
Oh, Norman Lear looked good too at 99.
Yes,
he hopped
did.
right up.
He says he's still doing work too.
Good for him.
Yeah, so that's nice. Betty White's also 99. Yeah.
Did she turn 100?
I don't think she turned
Maybe
100
Betty
yet.
White turn 100? I don't know. Anyway,
Ryan, did she turn 100 yet?
But
no? Do you know if Betty's 100 yet?
No, I don't know.
Yes.
I thought he had her.
He's right on top of that.
Yes, he is, Papa Bad Kitty, he knows birthdays. He's like, boom, boom, boom. Up next was 3 episodes, 3 different characters. This was his second appearance. Bobby Urich, he's playing Scott Desmond. He's known for Vega $sign.
Bob Urich too.
I'm not gonna, since none of us watched Vega $. He was in 69 episodes, and I think we brought that up.
You watched Vegas, really? That old show
for about a minute. He
didn't watch all 69 episodes. You know that.
Andy, have you met me? Come on. I watched the cheese.
I don't remember you watching Vegas back in the day.
He played Captain Jim Kennedy in Love Boat: The Next Wave.
It's terrible.
All 25 episodes, which I do hope to find.
Spoiler.
And I do hope to do with you guys. I think we already mentioned that one. That's why I didn't.
Damn it, Jason. That's 6 years from now. We'll never get there.
Wait. Patreon's coming soon. We're about to start season 2 of the Love Boat, so we got to get our Patreon up and running. All 9 of our our YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, they're going to pay for this.
Listen,
we have a ton of content.
We do.
All the pre, all the after.
All the pre. There's a lot of pre.
There's a lot of pre.
It's all over our hands.
He's going to pay to hear that.
Oh, they pay to get it all over their hands.
Do you think they want to pay to hear the unedited Anthony episode? Because that thing was out
because
of hand.
we do have that, and we could post that.
Anthony woke up finally. He's like, "Hey, wait a minute!
I'm watching the Love Boat over here.
We're not playing
yet. Are you talking about the Love Boat?
I know. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm trying. I had it when you guys had it paused, and I effed it up, and I can't find it now.
Since we already went over a couple episodes of Soap, Robert Urich was in some episodes of Soap. Can you tell me how many episodes of Bobby Urich was in?
3.
4.
Dick.
5.
Don't say 5. Don't say 5.
Please say 4. Please say 4.
He was in 7 episodes. Yeah, so that was very close. All you.
I need to let Brian go first, but I'm too anxious to jump in. I can't pause.
But then you got Anthony coming in too.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to play the game, man. He's going under. I'd say 4. He goes 3.
That was all the names that were listed. I put this last one in. Priscilla Morrell. She played Harry Morgan's wife. She was only in 1 episode. Ida Sneed. She was in 5 episodes of Mary Tyler Moore.
Okay, I
2
knew
episodes
she was in something
of
else
Maud.
when I saw her. Maud.
4 episodes of All in the Family. 1 episode of Three's Company, and 1 episode of Three's a Crowd. So she was in.
Did you guys ever see the long intro to Maud?
Oh, I love the long intro to Maud.
I've only seen it on Family Guy.
That's it. That's all it's on. Is Family Guy.
You said she was in Maud and All in the Family.
Yes.
Was she the same character
in
in
All
both
in the
those?
Family?
I should have looked to see if she was in.
I
She was
don't
4
really care.
episodes. 4
and
episodes.
she was in Three's Company and Three's a Crowd.
Again,
was she in the same character in that one? Was she what's his face's wife in that?
That would have been a nice match.
I think he's
probably.
a widower in that though. So
but
probably
doesn't he
not.
try to get with somebody at one point?
It's been a long time.
That is on our other station here at the Exciting and New Podcast Studio. The Three's Company studio is right down the hall.
Three's Company, I don't know if it's in syndication anywhere, but I wonder if they include Three's a Crowd as part of the syndication package. And the Ropers. 2 shows that have no traction, so they might as well just pile it in there.
It's not good, but I really enjoy it for some reason.
Well, it's got Jeffrey Tambor in it, too.
Jeffrey Tambor is great in it, but the little kid that's in it, he's really funny.
Man, I don't even remember that.
He's like, he has that red hair.
He's their kid, right? Jeffrey Tambor?
Yeah, Jeffrey Tambor, and his wife was pretty hot in that, too, I thought.
Did Jeffrey Tambor get canceled?
Yeah, because he was on a
I had this feeling that he got.
But he was getting rave, and he won awards for that show that he was on. That he was a transgender.
He was
right?
transgender on the show. Transparent, was that what it was? Transparent.
Yes,
But then he said a bunch of anti-trans stuff, which was really crazy that it was playing a character.
Did he? I think he blamed it on medication or something. But
I would blame it on medication too.
But same thing happened with Roseanne, and she never got.
That's right. It was Ambien, right? Ambien did it to her.
Yeah.
Roseanne's just a slob.
Well. Be that as it may.
Yeah, but I mean, she didn't.
Can I say that?
I don't think she meant it. I think Roseanne.
Brian's laughing.
I don't think Roseanne should be canceled. That's my opinion.
Well, I don't think anybody should be canceled for what they say. Maybe the guys, the touchy guys, should be canceled, but saying stuff people shouldn't be canceled.
Weinsteins and stuff like
and
that.
And maybe Jeff Garland. I don't know. This sounds like he was
calm down there.
What's that?
What's the worst you heard about Jeff Garland though?
I heard he was like touchy and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Which I mean, listen, I don't know what's going on. I can't be.
You don't know. Yeah,
I don't know what's happening there, but. It sounded like it was a problem for a long time.
I'd like to know both sides, but yeah, I don't know how much longer the Goldbergs is really going to go on anyway. Really,
I didn't even know it was still on. I wonder if he pulls any of that shit on Curb. Is he grabbing like?
After Siegel died, I figured it was going to be over.
Right, I would have thought that too. Is he grabbing JB and Larry by the cojones?
Speaking of JB, we got to get those tickets.
I'm so in for him.
You want to go see JB Smooth?
Where's that at?
Stress Factory, New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Oh.
I saw JB Smoove twice this weekend on 2 movies.
Well, he was in Spider-Man for sure, right? Yeah, because he's one of the teachers.
Yeah.
No spoiler.
Both
there.
movies.
He was in the last one.
I think I knew that.
No
it was
spoilers.
In there for some reason.
No spoilers.
What else did you see him in?
I don't freaking know, man. That was it. I said both.
What else did you see him in?
It.
Is that what it said?
Oh, you saw him in. You saw 2 different Spider-Man movies.
Spider-Man
This week.
movies.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Harley Quinn.
I watched Far From Home
he's the
before I went
plant,
to the
right?
movie,
He's the plant.
and then I watched.
Is that the Harley Quinn cartoon that's on HBO Max?
Yeah, where Penny from Big Bang is the voice of Harley Quinn, and George Costanza is the voice of the old man in the wheelchair.
I do want to watch that.
It's hilarious.
It is fantastic. Yeah.
And it's dirty as fuck, man. Like, it is so crazy, the language that comes out of those people's mouth, man.
I know. I think I mentioned this to you. The League. That's a show you should really watch.
Listen, man, there's always so many fucking shows,
I know, but
man.
I'm trying to give you a new one to fall asleep to.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Mari watched The League. She freaking loved it.
It's so good. I'm going through it again now. I started it up again. I'm watching that in Community.
You
fall asleep
flat out
to.
said you're never going to watch Ted Lasso. Why should I ever watch anything you suggest? And this fucker's going to say the 100 right now. It's coming out of his mouth.
I was going to say I watched The League too, so you probably shouldn't watch it.
Okay.
Did you like The League?
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
He's not even a sports guy, but that's what I'm saying. It's not all sports. It's a lot of other shit. And
Can we talk about Ted
liked all
Lasso
the
for
actors.
1 second?
yeah,
I will not take up a lot
go
of
ahead.
time here.
That's why I said
Okay,
you
know
three
what?
can talk
You know
Ted
what?
Lasso.
F Dan. Okay, the man is the
Cut
king of
right
going
down this
against
time?
the grain.
Because we want to
Going
mix with
against the
dance.
grain.
Here's-
If
down
everybody
this
says
time.
I love Ted Lasso, he's like, oh, I hate the second season.
But he did say he loved the first season. He just didn't like the
but
second
he goes,
season.
We started gushing on it, and he was just like, he started
Listen, man,
talking about,
I can see how the second season was a little more rom-commy than the first.
but I still loved it though. It was great.
Listen, I thought it was great. I thought the Roy Kent and the Coach Beard
The Roy
episodes
Kent
are
stuff was
great.
awesome.
Great.
This is the way.
This is
Anyway,
the way.
never mind. I'm done.
When's Book of
I'm
Boba
done
Fett
my rant.
starting?
December 29th.
Are we doing a Love Boat podcast still, or is this just like a random podcast?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
I was about to mention that there was one director again and 5 writers.
Let's stay on target.
Stay on target.
You want to get that
on
going
target.
again, right? Where's that at? Oh, I'm sorry.
We've got agreed.
Everything's gone plaid.
Well, we're starting off here. We're going to get Bernie and Howie coming right off the bat here coming right out of the cab here. Or no, they drove. He drove and he has a book about how to pick up women almost, which made me think of the book from Better Off Dead where he
Yes.
how to pick up trashy woman. I think.
Now, this guy, is this guy anybody? Bernie? Is he anybody?
No, he's not.
No, he
I
isn't.
don't know if he's anybody. I never
He
looked.
wasn't in the
credits or anything,
no.
He's based off of Doc. Burning
Wow.
Hell.
but it's definitely it felt
he's from the School of Doc. Yes,
And
He was
I mean,
Doc.
I'm
he had a real Burt Convy hairdo here.
totally Burt Convy. Yes,
And he mentions Burt Reynolds here.
he does say something about Burt Reynolds. I don't remember.
I had it
what was,
right
but-
here. He said something along the lines of, "You're going to score so much, Burt Reynolds will be asking you for
Advice.
I love that
Advice,
line.
yeah.
That was a
How to
great line.
hit on the book is called How to Hit on Girls.
It's so bad.
Is that the water beads off you like diamonds? Is
You
that
know what's even funnier than the name? The drawing on the front of the book.
Yeah.
Also, when he says watch, and he just goes over to the girl and he says, "Are you a model?" And she says, "Yeah." How did you know?
He picks her up.
And then he turns
And
around.
boom,
He
in the
turns
car,
around and looks at
gone.
him, and he's like, "Huh?"
I got a girl.
Of course,
See ya.
you know what? Hey, wait a minute. The Mercedes didn't hurt.
But it is a funny.
Yeah, but you're pulling up right to. How are you pulling up this close to the cruise line and just be like, right here, you're going to go right in.
and again, it's another funny setup in the world of the Love Boat that this guy's going on a cruise by himself.
the red zone is for
Like
immediate loading and unloading of passengers.
Listen, we only just want to get an abortion, but this guy's going on he's going on
It's the
a
logical thing to do.
he's going on a cruise by himself in his denim jacket.
Yeah, and at one point he gets sat down at dinner with an old couple
Yeah.
by himself. Why wasn't he Why wasn't he put at a table with that girl? Which, by the way, when Doc is assigned to her as a chaperone, that's weird too. Why is she even on this cruise?
Listen,
it
you're
that-
getting ahead of yourself there because there's a lot to dissect about Doc being a chaperone for anybody in this show. All right, so now
He was ready to fix a stomach ache, though.
our girl that's a twin from a couple episodes ago, and our future
Yeah,
captain
Diane
come on together.
Canova, which is what I'll call her because I don't remember her name, and Bobby, we'll call him Bobby Urich through the episode, if that's okay with
Bobby.
you, Tony.
I'm going
Urich.
to call her former twin and future captain.
And here you got the that voice of Audrey Meadows,
Yes.
where it's just like, Oh, really? She's almost like she talks in the 40s.
Well,
nice and slow, say.
Yeah, that's her bread and butter. She's a
love it.
New York actress.
When she yelled at Max, I swear to God, I thought I was going to hear Ralph coming out of her mouth.
Bang, zoom to the moon.
Bang, zoom to the moon.
Here you had that. Can you do a Harry Morgan? I know you could do a Gavin McLeod. I thought you might be
Oh, man. He's more like Southern drawl. I don't think I got that in me.
Okay, I thought
I would think that I watched enough MASH.
You want to give Tony a little taste of your Gavin McLeod?
Gopher, I want to see you in my room first thing in the morning. Don't worry, Mr. Sneed. They will all be getting dismissed at the end of this cruise.
You're jumping ahead. So here was a cute couple, Mr. Sneed, Mr. Sneed, Harry Moore, or Colonel Potter. Now he's below captain then, right? Captain
as a colonel? Oh no, he's very higher than a captain, higher than a major, higher than a lieutenant colonel.
Right, major.
He's way up there.
They're all assholes, sir.
He's a major pain.
Major asshole. And who's his wife? Nobody.
She was in like 5 episodes of Mary Tyler Moore.
She was another one that I swear I've seen her in something.
This is really awkward that Gopher is just all of a sudden talking about the emergency fund, which is basically like their petty cash kind of fund. Like, I guess they put so much money in it per week or per cruise, maybe. It seemed like because he was asking for $10.
But it is funny how these guys, Isaac and Gopher, are sitting here talking, and this couple is just standing there staring at them talking.
They're very in that conversation. And shortly after this, Gopher, Isaac, and everybody will know each other's name.
Yes. Well, everybody always knows everybody's names. And Isaac got on the elevator there. Does that count as an elevator scene?
Almost, yeah. And Robert Mandan mentions that they're on this cruise with 600 other people.
Okay. So we always know that the cast, the crew, the amount of guests are 600.
The crew? I know.
The crew's 5.
The cast.
They're 5 crew members. For 600 passengers.
Castaways. No, that's
the guests. Guests?
Sailors. Hello, I'm Dr. Bricker.
Now this guy here.
I'll watch your slightly legal daughter.
I will give you to my doctor, Dr. Adam Bricker. He is trustworthy. He will not make any moves on your daughter. He's been married 4 times, and
one of them was a Vegas dealer.
And he's a lech, and he has hit on women in front of their husbands on this cruise ship recently.
He has sat in chairs that Gopher have pulled out to hit on women.
Now this guy, the dad here, he's
nobody as well. He wasn't anybody.
He was in MASH too. He was like a general or something like that in MASH a couple times.
No, not a lot of few episodes kind of thing.
Like not a regular at all. But
she looked really good here, I thought.
Better than she did that first episode, yeah.
Right, yeah. When she was Gopher's friend, we'll say.
Stowaway. But why does the captain know him? Do we know why? Do they explain why he knows him?
Because it was weird.
They were Navy buddies in World War II.
Was that what it was?
Was he on the ship that sunk? That Gopher sunk?
Might have been.
That's a nice backstory. That's our LBCU for our LBCU, the Love Boat Creative Universe. That's what that stands for, Anthony.
A creative universe.
I'm going to start using that hashtag LBCU.
I like that. LBCU.
Not cinematic
I like that.
universe.
I'm going to start using that.
Cinematic.
Is it? What am I saying?
Well, Marvel's cinematic universe.
Is it cinematic? I'm saying creative universe. Is it cinematic universe?
You can call it whatever you want.
I'll call it. I almost said it. You almost made me say it.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
You saw it coming, didn't you? I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not saying
I totally missed what you guys were talking about.
Cunt.
Oh.
Mark that time on that.
Yeah, he'll be bleeping that out because he bleeps himself out. He bleeps out all his stupidity.
All you hear is, and I'm Brian. That's all you hear from it.
Then it ends. So we missed the Bon Voyage scene. The
Bon Voyage, everybody was there. And then the Georgia Engel and Howie, they were separated by
these
guys right here. So they were like
Harry Morgan and his wife.
So they were kind of like
the Sneeds
eyeing each other up a little bit. But then you get them. She's worried about how he paid for this cruise, and he mentions he took out a mortgage on their house. He doesn't know how he's going to pay it, but he's got some ideas. One weird thing
must have sucked back in the day before the government just gave you money all the time because of pandemics. Right? They just said, here's more money. Have a pandemic money.
One weird thing here was, I'm jumping ahead here though, but you see she waves through the window.
Oh, the window thing was so early telegraphed. As soon as they showed her through the portholes waving, I'm like, I was like, oh, somebody's looking in this window later on.
Yeah,
for
right.
sure.
I mean,
yeah.
it was like
that's called Chekhov's window.
That was
believe.
like so foreshadowing, I guess. Chekhov's
because you just
lost window.
Yeah, that check, not that Chekhov, but
sorry.
Schrodinger's cat.
As soon as you saw the window, you're like, definitely something's happened with this window later.
Yeah, it was so foreshadowing. Yeah.
Do they even have ships, rooms like that on ships anymore?
What,
where
are they even?
Where your window
little...
is the
my very first cruise. We were on.
You'd open your window and there'd be people just hanging out outside
right below our window, and every time I opened the window, people were sitting there.
Oh, dude,
can I tell you? I stayed at the Rio in Las Vegas, which is nice all place. Suites, really nice.
Anthony and I ate at a buffet there about 10 years ago.
In the shower, you had like it was like a nice double bed, and then in the shower there was a bubble. You could look into the bedroom. It was right there.
What?
There was a bubble in the shower. Like you could put
was it all fisheye?
Yeah, so someone in the bedroom could look into the shower?
It would be hard for them because they would have to stay in. It was weird the way it was angled. You were higher up, and like it was just like it was weird. But yeah.
I stayed at the Rio a few times. I might have remembered that.
The one time I stayed at the Rio and I got there and my room wasn't ready, so they said we can upgrade you.
They said you want to just stay in the shower for a while until your room's ready.
They upgraded
you want
me.
To stay in the,
I got the first
bondage suite.
The first 2 nights I got free upgraded, and I was in like a giant room. It was 3 rooms. Like you walked through, there was 2 bathrooms.
Just for you and your hooker? That was it?
And my cousin Rich showed up like the day after. So I took care of that the first night because I was
cousin
there.
Richie.
So I was
you got a hooker your first night. You got that big book.
I mean, can we cut this part out because that?
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
Stays in. Brian, this stays in.
I know, but I just said I was like, yeah.
You're a single man in Vegas,
but I'm not. But what stays in Vegas, right? I shouldn't have let that out.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I'll cut that out.
Thank you. That's so
Fuck
good.
That don't cut that out.
Don't cut that out. Bullshit.
Yeah.
No way.
Jason, put yourself out there. Come on.
I've been out there. I'm out there, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Well, you know what?
I'm loving every minute.
Sling it out some more. Come on now.
I really want to go to Vegas with Jason now.
Oh, you do. Do you like Asian whores that you want to hang out, Jason?
I really want to go to Vegas.
Wait, are the Asian whores boys or girls?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Now I really, really want to go.
Jason is an equal opportunity
bang. You got 2 hands, you got 2 feet. I mean, what are you going to do?
It's 21st century. I'm in. Yeah. I'm in. Let's go.
I want to be referred to as.
Please don't tell my wife.
As
she's going to listen to this too at one point.
But we're cutting out my part, so your part will be in just about.
It's going to be a bunch of dead air
Great.
and then hookers.
Great.
I spoke, so you can be assured it's going to be cut out.
I'm quitting this podcast right now. This part's cut out. Quitting right now. You guys can move this shit right out of my basement.
Listen, they hand you cards.
This is Stubby Thumb approved.
There's like the newspaper things. You just open up. Like usually it would be like an auto shopper. Like if you were at like ShopRite or whatever, you know what I mean? But they're all lined up down the street as you're walking down the street.
When we were in Vegas, I met Anthony and another friend of ours and our wives.
I will say friend with quotation marks.
I will say quotation marks.
A lady of the Vegas. Evening is what we're talking.
Oh no,
no,
a friend of ours.
This is a friend that's on our long.
But we were in our.
This friend will be referred to as they.
We were in the taxi going to dinner, and one of us, it might have been me, it might have been the other guy, but one of us was sitting in the front seat because the rest of us were in the back seat.
You gave the cab driver a hand job?
No, but he had this gigantic catalog in between.
I have no idea where you went giant.
Gigantic.
You went giant.
He had this gigantic catalog in between the passenger and the driver's seat, and I think it was me, and I was like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Oh, that's my my research book or whatever." And I picked it up and it was just all hookers, like flipping through it. And so the girls, Michelle and Gina for sure, were like, "Pass that back here." And they were just like going through the book, going like,
you just let it out, man.
Oh man.
You just let it out.
They were there. They knew.
I know they were there, but okay, never mind.
I mean, they were looking at the book, so
they were very interested.
That was an interesting trip.
We got into a cab one night there, and he was like, "Where you guys want to go?" And we're like, What do you recommend? We were just looking for some fun that night, and he said, "I'll take you to Social Club."
Jason was sold into slavery for 10 years after that.
He said, "I'll take you to a social club." So we went there, and it was basically a strip club. We paid like a few dollars to get in.
$100 to get into,
and the cups we drank out of were like those red cups you used to get at
like
Pizza
red
Hut.
Solo cups?
No, Pizza Hut. Remember those red cups at Pizza Hut?
Those plastic cups, yep.
Soda tasted so much better in them for some reason,
for
right?
some reason.
And ice was like perfect.
It never melted.
Our drinks came in that, but it was like they didn't serve alcohol.
Oh,
and then it was like, then they were like, okay. Really? And then it was like, the DJ stopped and it was like, I was like, okay, girls, go get a guy. And it was like free lap dance or something. So all these girls come walking around and I was like, I don't know.
So wait, they didn't serve alcohol?
They didn't serve alcohol. We were on substances. Things were going well. Next thing you know, we were just everybody was getting dances. And the next thing you know, the girl was like all over you. And she's like, you want to stay back here for a little while? And she said, or we could go upstairs. And there were beds. I kid you not. There were beds upstairs.
Nice.
I would have panicked and ran out of there.
Jason just earned a spot in the Vegas compound.
Wow.
I'll be at the Vegas compound, son.
Andy, what was that strip club near Birch Hill where you could bring your own booze, but they didn't serve it? Back in the day?
Not like Frank's Chicken House or something like that.
Yeah, Frank's Chicken House.
Was that what it was?
That was it. Frank's Chicken House.
I believe it's still there.
That was 18 to enter, too.
I believe it's
18 to enter, and
it was 18 to enter.
21 to drink, but you had to bring your own,
Just bring your own booze. And they would take your booze.
Yep. We'll do a live episode.
They put her on ice, and they would bring your booze to you.
Do you think Frank's Chicken House is still open, Jason?
I think it's still open.
He doesn't think it is. He knows it is. He's been there in this
decade.
The
only reason I do is because we talked about it. I talked about it recently with someone, and I can't remember, but I think it.
Was it on a podcast?
No, I don't think it was on a podcast.
No, it's the first time I've talked about it in a long time.
By the way, if anybody wants to invite us on their podcast, they'll do their podcast, right? I'll go do somebody's podcast.
Oh, yeah, because they're going to hear this and be like, yeah, I need these dickheads on my podcast.
Do you think if I asked Jim Florentine to come on our podcast, he would?
I'd rather be on Jim Florentine's.
He totally would, dude.
How many times we've gone up to him and talked to him at shows, and he's been like, really
he'll
nice
remember
to us
that.
and everything.
Be like, oh, yeah.
No, I'm just saying. Next time he's performing, he's got a new special on YouTube. Check it out. I believe it's called "Eat a Bullet" or something like that. Jim Florentine.
About right.
It's my Eat a Bullet Polecat Pup podcast. You guys will love it.
There you
go.
Anthony. Thank you, Jim. Jim Florentine, a big fan of ours.
Anthony's got a good Florentine going on there.
We do like
I
impressions.
listen to Florentine show on Ozzy's Boneyard all the time.
I stopped paying. I stopped paying for Sirius. I gave up on.
I don't have Sirius.
I just got a new car, so I got the free thing going on.
Brag, big humble brag here. What's he rocking? Tell him what you're rocking.
I'm rocking a 2021 two-door Bronco.
Nice. I almost hit one of them yesterday coming home from dinner.
On purpose?
No, he was backing out, and I was coming through the parking lot, and I almost smacked right into him. I slammed on the brekes. And Michelle said, that would have been nice for your new fucking Bronco. I was like, that's right. That's right.
That's Michelle. Yeah, Migs. Where'd you go for dinner? Was it before or after the movie?
Oh, this was last night. This was at Chicky and Pete's.
Oh, okay, I thought this was
the movie was the night before.
Okay, yeah.
I went to Fridays on Wednesday. I went to the movies on Thursday. I went to Chicky and Pete's last night. Hey, by the way, how
did that shaker work for you?
You know what? I can't get the fucking top off, man. I can't get it off.
Is it a little hot water in there? It'll open up.
Yeah, it's a twist. I was trying all morning to get it off, but it's very, very.
How do beer mugs work?
Beer mugs are fine. They work very well.
Last time I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, I took a couple of
$77 on a Friday?
Dude, I am fucking telling you, man. 3 appetizers and 4 drinks, $77. And I fucking tipped. It was $92 when I walked out of there for 2 people at that place. Last night I went to Chicky and Pete's. I spent $70 and we ate and drank.
Thank you, inflation.
No, it was Fridays. Fuck Fridays, man. It was their prices.
You know what's funny? Since I left New Jersey, I have not been to a Fridays.
This was the first time I've been in. I mean, I couldn't even tell you the last time I went.
Obviously, it's not your first choice, but that's where you ended up going because
they were going somewhere else. I forget where they were going to go, and it was closed.
Yeah,
and so we ended up at Fridays. There were like 10 of us from work, and they were going someplace else. I was still at work, and then all of a sudden, Michelle texted me and said, "Chili's is closed. We're going to Fridays." I'm like, okay, and then Fridays. Fuck Friday.
Was Chili's closed because they didn't have enough employees or something, or was it?
I like how Brian is sitting in the background of this quiet, just listening to this bullshit. Just wait till this bullshit.
But wait till he throws in a ba-dum-dunce.
Oh, he'll be right on that.
Or a laugh track.
This might all have to get cut out because we've been off the Lubbo track for like 20 minutes.
Oh, we're like 5 minutes into this episode.
Wait a minute.
How long have we been talking?
Good Lord. What time is it?
Since we started an hour into the episode.
At least 20 minutes of that was
well.
set up
Where are we at? Oh, we lost our screen again. Here we go. Okay, so she was going to go play bingo.
Right.
Ida Sneed was going to go play bingo. And then
and he said what? He was just going to...
He's going to see if he can teach himself teach himself remember
gin.
how... I think he said remember how to play gin rummy or teach himself how to play gin rummy.
He's gonna.
But I liked how the deck says right on it. It says it's a mixed
magic
marked cards.
And I don't know how they're marked. I was
Fool your friends.
trying to figure out how it was marked.
I was trying to. He read something, but it didn't show us what.
He knew that was the 9 of hearts. I think he's going to pull over first.
And do you know what the next
card is? I was looking at the back of those cards. I'm like, how the hell does he know that?
Spades?
Oh, he's so close. Clubs, yes.
Yeah, I don't know how. I was looking at the cards. I'm like, how do you tell what's going on in the back there?
9 of hearts and a jack of clubs.
And so now here's where she looks through the window.
I don't know. In my head, it sounded like.
Hi, honey.
Oh, Harry Morgan.
I thought I had.
So she looked through the window there. So you know that they have a window into their room.
Listen, radar.
Not bad,
guys. I am almost synced with your laptop.
I was
going
to say he was almost sober, which I was like,
we'll pause it.
No, I'm almost synced with your laptop. It's awesome. I'm liking this.
Here we had Bobby and Diana were eating dinner, and they were introduced to Robert Mandan and Audrey Meadows. And
Alice, right? Alice.
That's what we'll call her. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Whose phone's
piano
binging?
Was that?
Someone's phone's binging.
That's probably my phone. I forgot the mute notification.
You didn't turn it off?
That's all right. It'll come in through. It's coming through, and everything Brian says will be gone.
Somebody's calling in live?
No. Our producer's terrible.
Dan's calling in to argue about Ted Lasso with you guys.
Oh, please let him in. Let him on.
Speaking of Ted Lasso, for the last time, you know there's a Christmas special out there, Anthony?
Yeah, I saw the one. The end of season 1?
No. New one just dropped like 2 days ago. The mystery mustache or something like that. The Christmas mustache.
No, I didn't. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Mari's gonna be so excited.
Temper your expectations.
If you want a good Christmas episode, can I recommend the UK version of The Office? That's such a great 2-part Christmas episode. Actually, watch the whole series. It's amazing.
You know what? I watched about 5 minutes of The American Office, and I was.
I can't watch The American Office because I don't know. I just can't get into it. I've tried.
You know what? And same thing. I've tried to.
You watched
I've really tried.
I have seen The Office. I it's one of those shows that it's on, and I don't really care that it's on, and I don't turn it off. But there's nothing about it I like or don't like. It's just kind of like something that's on. I've tried. I just couldn't do that.
But I love Ricky Gervais, so I'm gonna try and watch the
check out all those series he's done. Extras was really good. Derek was really good. They're all on Netflix. I think. Derek, yeah, really funny, man. It was really good.
What was the depressing one that he did recently?
Oh,
Afterlife or something like that.
Is
it Afterlife?
I think it's Afterlife. Yeah, that's really good because there's parts where you're like, I want to laugh here, but then you're like, this is really sad.
I think I watched the first 2 episodes of that, and I was like, this is just depressing. I'm not watching.
It's 2 seasons. It's pretty good, but it is very heavy.
So uncool and heavy.
This was a little awkward here. We had
how much of this did we miss? Like the show's been going on and on. We haven't paused.
Missed Bobby, Diana, and Robert Mandan and Audrey Meadows.
So who cares about any of them talking, right? They're talking about nothing.
That's
not
the story that you were really excited about.
I don't care about that at all.
Now, could it be this story right here?
Well, I do find the fact that they've left a sexual predator in charge of this young woman, and he's supposed to be caring for her.
It's already Schiff.
How does he not even realize that? It's just so, and the way he's so rude to this guy. I don't care how awkward you are. You're going to be like, yo, get the fuck out of my face.
Doc was put in charge of him.
Doctor, dude.
Doc was put in charge of him. So Doc,
and that's the funny thing. Doc was put in charge,
and he's doing his responsibility, but he shouldn't be. He should be macking on this girl. He's like, you left me in charge of this girl. Let's go.
He's like, okay.
And then he jumped. Oh no, I thought he jumped off. We had a nice view of the ocean here with Doc and Georgia Engel. Doc once again just protecting her from anything or anyone.
And it's really weird that Doc would be spending all his time on a woman that he's not trying to have sex with, because you would have thought he would have been like,
or maybe he was.
Well, but Doc's not a slow
Every
mover
time,
like
every
this.
time Doc would say a line, though, he'd say, "Did you miss me?" And she's like, "No, no." It was like always like she didn't.
Well,
whatever he wants, whatever he
yeah,
wants.
she's not into him. But what happened? What did I miss?
Who said what?
What?
You okay over there, Tony? You all right?
Yes, I'm still here. Yeah, what?
No, we heard you scream. We got nervous. So Andy had a heart attack. We're okay.
Oh, sorry. Anywho,
Because George is dead. Steinbrenner's here.
How do you trade Jay Bruna? Oh my God!
Okay,
One of the
so
all-time best Seinfeld episodes ever.
we had Howie trying to get Georgia Engel alone, so he went to Julie and faked having a stomach ache and gave a fake room. The room that he gave was that's not it. I wrote it down, but that's the
Coral 320.
I'm on the Bon Voyage. That's
no.
on the next page.
It was A358.
Yeah, I think it was 358.
I think it was some 358 sounds about right too.
A358.
Did you just
I'm
see
a
it
Rain
on
Man
there?
with numbers, man. Don't argue with me on this one. It's A358.
Aloha Deck 358. I have it written down here.
Oh.
Yep. I just wanted to get my. We missed like a page and a half of notes.
Tell you about important things.
I got your notes right.
That's why this
here,
podcast is
man.
great because
Right
again, like
here.
Andy said, nobody's watching the Love Boat.
We're letting down the
either
people.
watching the Love Boat. We had that one Love Boat fan who was she a marine biologist? What was she? Some sort of nutritionist?
Gynecologist.
She was something. And we're like, oh, this is cool. We got her thing was actually Love Boat fan. We're like, yeah, this is cool. She followed us. We followed her. And then
Is she 78 years old?
no, a month later, she said, I'm going to have to stop doing this account because now I'm now an anthropologist.
No, she was a genealogist. Genealogist. That's what it was.
Oh, I thought she
Yeah.
got like.
So she can't do, she said, I'm going to go
I thought
do
she
my,
was getting like.
she had a main account and she said, I'm going to drop this Love Boat account and just focus on my genealogy account.
I would
and
love
Andy's
to-
got something to say to her. Tell her right now what you think about her and her genealogy account, Andy.
I was going to say, I'd love to know who is listed to this to actually get insight on the Love Boat. If you're sitting there going like, when are they going to get back to the Love Boat? When are they going to get back to the
Andy,
Love Boat?
tell the Love Boat fan what you think of her stopping her podcast or stopping her interest in the Love Boat, her stopping her Twitter account. What are your feelings?
Do I have a feeling on this?
I just want you to say how you feel right now. Just do you think it's a good thing that she quit? Do you think she should keep it going? Do you think it's ridiculous that she can't keep it going? Anything like
Just
that.
look at the camera.
Papa Bad Kitty, do you have any
I feel you're
Anything?
leading me towards something that I'm not understanding.
I was just trying to get him to say like
He just wants to see some emotion from you for losing this, this other Love Boat creator.
You're one fan.
like I thought this could have been something, Lloyd Kaufman mentioned us in a tweet. We got nothing. We got no traction from Lloyd Kaufman. Uncle Lloyd, we will.
You got traction in Colorado, man. It's all good.
We're gonna go do a live show in Colorado. Who's down for that?
You need to come out here and do
From
it.
Red Rocks?
Red
We'll
Rocks.
do it.
Okay.
Hey, we'll do it from Red Rocks.
We'll do Red Rock.
I know people. We could do it on the stage.
We need to make. We need
Can
to
we
make
do
a.
shrooms?
Well, I was. Ooh.
You could do whatever you want.
We need to
I
do
mean,
a
Colorado,
Red Rock /
we can
Vegas
buy
trip.
shrooms we can buy shrooms in the store down the street here.
I was just gonna say they're legal there. Shrooms are legal there. So
Let's
Totally
do a Red
legal.
Rocks Vegas trip,
I'm down.
and we'll
I like
podcast
that.
from
And
both
we'll do
spots.
we'll do some
we'll meet here.
scouting
We'll meet here.
for
Go to Red Rocks.
for our
some
compound
scouting for the
area.
compound.
I like this.
Brian's gonna say,
I might
Jason, which hookers do you know? Because I need to know where the compound's gonna
Let-
be.
This is going
Listen.
to be after my juice box gets taken out.
Oh my God, are you gonna be able to enjoy hookers anymore?
I don't know.
I think you still get.
man.
Do you still get the feeling? And it's just like poof.
I really, really
It's just
hope
like-
so.
It's just like,
It is just going to be a puff of air.
I think I'd rather just die of cancer.
Dead sperm splashing out.
look,
Gross.
seriously, no cleanup. You know what I mean?
No cleanup, Brian shorts.
No wet spot.
And if he aims correctly, he could use it as just to clean off the dust on your keyboard. Just like,
Guys, I gotta go.
do you
This is
really?
going too far.
No,
No,
sorry.
this has gone too far. I gotta go. Anywho,
I'm really looking forward to hearing the edit.
Brian
the unedited version.
Dustbuster Dick. Oh my God.
So Doc ends up going to this room 358
Yeah, and John
here.
Holmes answers the door.
This dude, that he was busting out of that robe.
Look at him. Look at the stash on that guy.
This robe, and it's just, that's a dude.
And she's naked
She
in bed.
is naked.
She's pulling up the bed over.
She
the
looks
blankets.
amazing. I was like, and he's like, if you need any help, Doc said, or whatever.
He's like, I don't think I need anything.
That was great. That was a
He's
great
like,
line.
I can handle this. He said, I think I'm handling it pretty well.
If I do, thank you. I'll call you.
Doc was like, oh man, I thought he was looking to do the Eiffel Tower. Is that what it is? Right, the Eiffel Tower.
Doc's like, you need my help? I think I need to step in here.
I think I got this.
So during all that, Howie got out there to get and he gets right to kissing Georgia Engel here.
And so now they're this close, these two. He should tell Doc to fuck right off when he comes back.
Fuck right off.
He's got to have some sort of confidence now after just he basically made out with her on first meeting her. That's pretty much, I think he's got to be more alpha here, right, Papa?
He's got hand.
I agree.
See, that's her new nickname on the podcast. He's Papa.
Papa Alp. Oh, maybe not Alp. Sorry.
Ooh,
is that too much?
Oh, there's Bobby.
Check.
Look at Bobby right there.
Right?
Yeah,
Bobby was
shirtless
ripped
Bobby
here.
Urich.
Once again, we didn't really mention it. We didn't really mention it earlier, but he died very young. He was only 55, 56.
Was he
remember?
really?
Yeah, he was very young.
Some kind of like very rare cancer.
Somebody explain to me why his pajama bottoms are so freaking high on his.
I don't know, but I like that
was
look.
the style of the time.
I kind of want to bring it back, but wearing a pajama like that just makes me think, like, how do you even move in bed? Because like everything just stays.
Look,
You just
I mean, it's all above the belly button.
If I wore my pajama pants that high, they'd just be hanging under my tits. Like it would be such an ugly look.
But
It would be so gross, man. Oh my God.
Urich.
Bobby Urich,
You were
but
such a good-
it looks like they were
you were
done.
such a
Like
good space
it seemed
pirate.
like they were ready to have sex, but then it's like they're done having sex, like kind
I
of
know.
talking.
And then
I
they
know,
start
they're like,
arguing about
They
the
say, like,
vacation.
oh, good thing we're not like the other couple. And then then for some reason he's like, I wish we should have went to Aspen.
their
And just-
fight is over their vacation.
Listen, I think Aspen would definitely be fun. I love that idea. I wouldn't ski or anything, but just like hanging out in like the mountains and everything. I think.
Do you know what happens in Aspen? The beer flows like wine in Aspen.
Got really scary.
Everything that happens in Aspen stays in Aspen. I've
But
been there.
like,
Trust me.
I think this cruise is a better honeymoon than an Aspen honeymoon, right? That doesn't feel like a honeymoon.
Harry, I'm talking about
Well, you
a
know what,
little
man?
place
You know what?
called
There's a lot of
Aspen.
money in Aspen. You can get anything you want in Aspen. Anything.
Brian,
Anything.
I haven't been to Aspen, but if
I think Brian wants a new
Brian, you
prostate.
know what
Can
I'm
he get a
talking
new
about.
prostate there?
You
do a
know what
little
I'm talking about,
a little
Brian.
research. But
It's called Aspen for a reason.
also,
Aspen. There
also,
you go.
should we rent
my boy.
should we
There you
rent
go.
like an exotic car to go to like the Bunny Ranch, or
a Lamborghini.
or a
That'd be fun.
but we're gonna need? There's only two in that car, I think. I don't
We'll
think
tie Brian to this
I
roof
don't think we're
or
the two
to the hood.
I'll walk.
we'll get it.
We're going 120 miles an hour. He's walking. We'll be there days before you get there. Days.
look, there's Harry
a
Potter
year.
trying to.
Will we have Holiday Road playing? Like,
Holiday Road.
That's a Ferrari, though.
Oh, it
that's
is.
right. You're right.
Will Christy Brinkley be in it? I'll take Christy Brinkley 2021 version. Christy
She
Brinkley.
looks good.
I saw a picture
Looks
of
really good.
Jane.
Curtin?
No.
Jane
The-
Goodall.
No.
Jane Goodall?
Who's from?
The Ape Girl?
Who's from? Charlie's Angels. Not Kate Jackson.
Jacqueline
Jacqueline Smith.
Jacqueline Smith?
Jacklin's looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, she's like 70 years old.
Dude,
Not
they ate
bad.
a lot of babies in the 70s, man. They look awesome.
I guess, man.
Brian.
That sound
Same.
is getting really picked up.
This me rubbing this here. Is that a
I hear
problem?
that now. I even hear that. I even hear that.
It's like I'm like kind of like.
What is that? What is that? A TIE fighter microphone?
We know it. You know what? We need to bring you a fidget spinner.
Definitely, because I'm always grabbing the mic. I'm doing this.
Just put your hands down your
I think because
pants.
my beer's gone.
Just
I think I need-
go out bunding with
He's
your pants.
fondling
can we
the
get
mic.
you want to get another beer?
Can I take 5 minutes to get a beer?
Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna pause. He's gonna grab a beer.
We're gonna pause. All right.
It's a little dangerous for me to pause. We'll just let it run.
Yeah, turn your light on while I pause. All
That's fine.
right. Does anybody need anything from upstairs?
Yes, I'd like a beer, please.
I'm
right.
good right now.
Well, here, let me play out.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go get a bourbon.
A break.
And we're back. I'm Jason.
I have my beer.
I have a beer too.
And I'm drunk.
Nice.
I have Maui Kush.
Maui Kush drink?
Maui
What does it taste
Kush.
like? Oh, I thought you were talking about your drink.
That's iced tea from Halo Farms.
I have a Basil
Cannonball
Hayden's.
that.
Cannonball Run. Great movie. Would love to watch it with you guys and do a little pod afterward.
Wow.
A lot of people to talk about in this one. But right now we're finding out that
How many Love Boat people have been on? Well, you have Jimmy Farr already. We know that.
Terry Bradshaw, I think he's on the boat
Is he?
at one point. Yeah.
Is he really?
I think so. Don't quote me on that. Once again,
Why is that blinking? Why is that blinking?
That's not the.
Oh,
You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
That's
Blinken.
serious. So wait,
This is all
they got to
good.
talk this out. Let him talk. Let him
But why was that blinking?
let Andy
the
show
big-
his emotions. Let Andy show his emotions here.
That's the.
Did you just realize it wasn't recording and you hit the button to make it record?
No, that's the.
And you're going to say
the
you had to cut
music.
something out. That
I turned
Andy
down the
said
music,
somebody's full
and
name.
then I have to turn off.
He's
going
going
to
to say you said somebody's full name.
so I
You
can
have to
turn
cut
it up so that I can do
This
stuff.
better
like
be in.
that.
This better be in the
Everything
edit.
is ruined.
I think we gotta get rid
Everything
of
is
him, man.
ruined.
He has one job, and it's to make us sound
I
incredible.
do that every single time.
Brian, you are the Baba Booey of this podcast.
Oh my God, he's so much better than that.
I know.
Yeah,
he
he's
is.
more like
Totally know he is.
flowy.
I'm kidding.
Boom.
He's in Mr. Snurdly of this podcast.
He's the Gordon Jump on WKRP
The
of
Gordon
this
Jump,
podcast.
okay.
He's Mr. Horton.
Mr. Horton.
That's all I'm
Horton,
going to
here's
say.
a who?
Mr. Horton's bike shop.
Horton, here's
That's
a
all we're going
Dudley.
to say. Dudley and Arnold had some special drinks.
Is the actor that plays Dudley still alive?
Yeah, Shavar Ross.
What's he doing?
Yeah.
He was in Friday the 13th.
Yeah, wait. You just
Five.
blurted
In the
that out.
beginning.
Shavar Ross. Boom. Like that. Really?
Dude,
Who, me?
Dude,
he fucking eats.
Dude,
and
yes,
dreams
you,
and
Jason.
He
Oh,
knows
yeah.
all this shit.
You're like Rain Man with the 70s, man. That's amazing.
I just watched Different Strokes and Facts of Life live, and I knew both those episodes, and they were done really well. I hope they do more. There was an article that was out. It said that they were definitely not going to tackle the bicycle episode, which I think.
But they did?
They didn't. They did an episode from season 1 where.
That's a missed opportunity. Who could play the Gordon Jump character today?
What was John Lithgow doing, picking up Kevin Hart?
John Lithgow's like 80 years old. He picked up a full-grown half man. Or a half-grown man.
Kevin
I don't
Hart.
know.
Kevin Hart did a really good Gary Coleman. Though.
He did a very
That
good.
was really good.
He was the highlight of the whole thing. And Blair looking as good as she still does.
And singing the theme song, too. She sounded great. Can you tell me how much Gopher loses in Gin Rummy to
$231.
Colonel Potter?
I thought it was $321.
$321. Yeah, sorry, that's my
It is three. Who's Mike's hot?
My
Is that me?
dyslexia.
Who's hot?
$321.
I think Anthony's way far away from his setup.
I
so
am.
His Bluetooth
I am.
is
Are you
cut
doing
in
a
half.
Jeffrey?
Sorry,
doing a
sorry,
Jeffrey
sorry.
Tubin?
Are you in the can right
There
Are
now?
you jerking off?
Nope. Here I am. I'm back. $321. He was down.
There you go.
It was $321. That is correct. Please edit that out.
What's that?
The thing that
What, that I
the
was-
static.
what, that I was right?
Static.
You weren't right. I said
Sorry.
it first, asshole.
I was down. I
You said
was downstairs
you
getting
did-
a drink.
That one does go to Andy. You did say 231 first, and then you changed to 321 after Andy locked in with 321.
Lock it in.
He locked.
That's
he-
how many
he did
games?
lock it in.
How many
I'll
games
acquiesce
of
on
gin
that
do
one.
you have to
That's
play to
right.
lose $321 in an afternoon? My God.
Well,
you are playing. I guess
that
you're
was
playing
I was
with
curious
with
about,
Mark
too.
Cars. I guess you're losing
We will
every game by
later
a
find
lot.
out that there's a different total. There's a couple other people that are going to lose some money.
Well, right,
Shit.
but much different amounts.
Yeah, so
Gopher's
that's
the big loser.
I was just going to say we'll find
He is
out
the big
who the
loser.
big loser is, but
I got to be honest. Like wherever we are in this episode, this story, who gives a shit? This is the who gives a shit episode.
the Robert Mandan,
The young couple, the old couple,
yeah.
the fighting. Every time they were on,
That's
I'm
the
like,
story he wants to eliminate, but there is one story he wants more of.
oh,
which
yeah.
you haven't told us yet.
Oh, it's the Harry Morgan gambling, especially the later part when the cheating starts.
Yeah, because it goes really fast.
Oh, I wanted so much more of that. So much more really of the cheating. Yeah, I wanted more of the Isaac. Colonel
Potter being the derelict. That's awesome.
And Captain Stubing in an elevator.
In an elevator. He wants
listening
chicken
and saying
a la king.
He's very specific.
Yes, because he wants his gin.
Can you say very specific as Captain?
He's being very specific.
He heard gin and he went, "Ooh."
Oh my god, I thought that was great. Yeah, so anything when these couples are on talking.
Do you make your martinis with gin or
no vodka? I'm not a gin guy. I'm a vodka guy. Gin is just a little too.
I thought Bobby was a little overdressed here
with the sweater tied around him. I was like, they're in Mexico. He has to be boiling.
Yeah, right. I mean, I know you're on the ocean, but still, it's not that.
It's 80 degrees at the coldest. It's 80 degrees right now, and she's wearing a jacket.
I was gonna say, and there's other people laying out in bikinis. So, yeah, bikinis, Brian.
Yeah, they look overdressed.
Like Robert Mandan's got an open shirt.
It is funny how 70s people lying out are fully clothed. Like nowadays, even the fattest, ugliest person would be.
Remember when Phil Silvers was laying out there? He had like a suit jacket on. He was laying out there. Phil Silvers. Shout out to Phil.
Come on our show, Phil.
R.I.P.
So these people, who cares? They're talking, they're fighting, they're bickering.
So this is like we can really blah over this because there's really nothing here that happens. They end up deciding to go on vacation together.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Who cares? It's a big who cares.
Fast forwarding.
I mean, I love Robert Mandan.
I like these actors. All four actors I like a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't care anything that they're saying at any time. In fact, I'm sure I was tuning out while watching this.
I wanted them to be a jewel thief. That would have made it fun. We're due for another one of those, right? It's been a while.
We are due.
Wait, I heard a golly.
Some sort of burglar.
Jim Nabors is a jewel thief in one of these episodes. Go back and listen to our podcast.
Yeah, please listen to our episodes. You were looking for episodes the other day. There's episodes out there you can listen to, and that one's out there. Golly.
There's like 15 out there. Are we on like 15 now?
I want to say we have like 16 episodes.
14 dropped just a couple minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to see if that's out there. Let's check it out.
It's always good to promote our podcast during the middle of our podcast.
I wanted to mention.
Which is fine.
There it is.
By the time this pops up,
it'll downloaded now, yeah. Episode 14, part 1, and then part 2 will be...
that came 5 minutes later. So
okay. Can you read the descriptions? I'm always interested in Brian's descriptions of our episodes.
Oh wait, I hit play on it. It's weird now because like it used to be able to hit it here.
I know. I don't like the way they changed it.
You have to wait for it to down. Why is it like?
I don't know. Apple updated it for no reason. They made it not good.
You used to be able to click here and and it would bring up.
I know.
I love that.
Apple made the update and then it sucked.
Now you got to go to download it.
Oh, it's Apple's fault.
Well, it's the Apple Podcaster.
Okay, so this is
okay.
This is episode 14, part 1. This episode is 2 parts because nothing gets cut out, no cuts. Jason and Andy try discussing the 14th episode of The Love Boat, season 1, episode 14. Isaac's double standard. One more time. Chimpanzee shines.
How can you cut out anything when there's a chimpanzee?
Wait, chimpanzee monkey shines?
Well, it's a chimpanzee.
Yes. Isaac's mom gets boned by a dentist.
Maxwell, it does not say that. It does not say that.
Well, this is Brian's description of our episode.
I'm getting on
and I made a
IMDb.
mistake, and I got to fix that tonight.
This isn't the IMDb. This is Brian's description. Yeah,
brilliant.
So it's Isaac's mom gets boned by a dentist. Maxwell Smart and Agent -11 make mediocre music together.
-11.
And nobody notices a goddamn orangutan marching around the cruise ship.
Wasn't it a chimpanzee?
It is. I made a mistake. Yeah. I was thinking orangutan.
Meanwhile, Andy and Jason sometimes talk about the Love Boat, and Brian cuts out nothing.
I do remember that. I listened to it recently, and we
seriously
do talk about
though,
the Love Boat once in a while.
Go back and read all our descriptions. There are some really fun descriptions of the episode that Brian's done. They're really, really good.
I can't wait till you see part 2.
Oh, the description of part 2. You said it'd be coming out in like 5 minutes, right?
It should have came out by now.
Do you time it to? Does it? Do you set it for a timer and it pops?
2, like 9. 1. Yeah, so 9
Still
normally,
only one
but
episode.
I did 9:05 for
maybe
part 2.
I'll wait a little bit and it'll be out there. Hopefully,
yeah. I think it takes like every 15 minutes they update.
That. Oh man! But I wanted to tell you. You know how It's Always Sunny podcast started out. They were only like 29 minutes, 30 minutes long.
I've only listened to the first two because I wanted to rewatch the shows
I am rewatching
as I
that as well.
listened, so I've only gotten through two. So,
but their latest episode is 50 minutes, so
Okay.
and they still don't have ads. So
I hope they don't get ads.
They're just doing it right after they're filming season 15. They're getting there early, or it's after a scene or something like that, and they're like, they all sit down and they just talk. Did you have breakfast? And they're like, yeah. And they just talk about an episode, and they barely talk about an episode. Something like we do here on the Love Boat podcast.
Yeah, but they're on that show, so it's okay. We're getting paid to do the Love Boat podcast.
Did you see that picture of me with my Bad Brains T-shirt? Do you see who I'm in the picture with?
I got a Captain America shirt on in that picture too. That's me, man.
That's
I'm
us.
Captain America.
That's us, man. Can we get a pic? We got to get Anthony and we put him on. Like
Anthony should be like hovering over us.
Can we add a picture of him on the teaser?
Yeah, if you send me a picture.
Just take that picture right there. Take that picture right.
Can we screenshot it? How do we screenshot it?
I don't know.
We'll figure something out. Anthony, take a good picture against a green screen and send it to us.
I have a green screen in my house. Really, I don't.
We do.
So guess what? I do.
Well, you know what? Your house is twice as big as mine. I live in a damn townhome.
Yeah. Well, one green screen, 0 Millennium Falcons.
I have like 5. They're just somewhere else. I don't know where.
They're somewhere down here, and I think you need to have some sort of like contest. Like the person who finds it gets your Rock and Roll High School poster, or. Let's see, what do you want, Brian? Pick something out.
I want the Rock and Roll High School poster.
Cash.
He wants to see 3PO with the Krispy Kreme hat.
Yeah.
No. I love 3PO. Do you want Bart Simpson with the yarmulke?
That's not a bad.
Marty might want that.
What's all that money up there?
Marty would definitely want that.
That is actual money up there, yeah. Those are like mint
There's
sets.
a nice.
No.
There's some nice Star Wars
with the
glasses.
yarmulke. Marty wants that.
I say go for the Star Wars glasses. That would be my first.
Oh, the McDonald's ones. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Burger King,
that's
sir.
Yes.
And fuck Burger King,
sorry.
but they are Burger King.
That's a full set. All how many was it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
It was 4 per movie. So there should be 12 up there. Plus, I think I got double wood on some of them.
Slow. It's like, oh, that's only next week. There's
He
only
said
11.
Doublewood.
Next week there's only 11, and it's like, oh, what? Only 10? What I thought I had all of them.
Wait. It goes to 11?
If you're going to steal any, steal the C-3PO R2-D2 one from Empire, because I believe I have 2 of them.
Oh, you gotta have. There's always gonna be doubles on something like that. Yeah. You gotta. Have
My collection started with my sister getting me 2 of the same one. She got me the 2.
Then you were like, I gotta have the others.
And all of a sudden I was like, oh.
There's 12 of them?
Hey,
I was like, how did you get these? And she's like,
Do you remember
I think I got them on eBay.
Do you remember what 2 of your first ones?
In real life or recently?
The ones that you said that she gave you?
the R2 and C-3PO from Empire.
Okay.
Where they're on Hoth. There,
so then you bought a full set of 12?
Well, no,
I
then I just started going.
Remember when you got that? I was trying to see that.
I think it was for, well, no, with me?
Yeah.
This is like when I was like 40 or something
recently.
like that.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you took it up back in like,
Oh,
This
not
was
today.
this was like last month when he was 40.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
you're like, I was friends with you then. I'm like, we've been friends for like 40 years. Yeah, you were around. I think she might have gotten them for my 40th birthday, but she got me those 2, and I was like, oh, these are available somewhere.
Speaking
and she's
of-
like, eBay. I'm like,
Brian,
now
are you
I'm
pausing all
committed.
this shit? You're not going to have to edit
He
all
doesn't
this out,
pause
right?
anything.
It was speaking of his 40th, it was an almost Nanny Dust concert. Almost.
I think I was there. I was there for his 40th.
You were there. You were there.
I was there.
It rained. Everybody was there. Brent was
rained.
there.
It rained.
Dan, Mac,
I got wet.
Yeah,
everybody was there.
I came with Adrian.
That's right, Adrian.
I was.
Adrian.
You were not. I didn't know you yet.
Trying
Adrian
to get
came with
Adrian,
me. Brian,
trying to get
damn,
Adrian on the
sorry.
podcast, so we'll try and get her on here soon.
Yeah, Adrian.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try and get her on here.
I like Adrian. It's just
Is
I don't
Adrian
think-
a man or a
a
woman?
woman? But I can't
Should I say
imagine.
Adrienne?
I
Is that
can't-
better?
I can't imagine.
Adrienne.
There was I can't say her name all the way through. There was a
Don't
New
say
York.
her name.
There was a New
Don't
York
say her
giant
name.
with her exact same name too.
Oh yeah.
Same first and last name.
Adrienne. There you go.
I can't imagine she would have fun on this.
I think she would have fun just talking to us.
Yeah,
That's what I
maybe.
think. That's what I think would be fun.
Hey, I can get my mom on this.
Your
She's
mom.
Adrian.
Hey, we should do a podcast from Lavalette when you're in town.
Yeah,
she's
can we do that? We'll
she's
go
in the
down the
Poconos.
shore, right?
She's in the
Oh, yeah, we
Poconos
can
right
bring
now.
her. Anywhere.
When you're in the summer, We'll do a
Oh my
podcast
God,
from the summer.
dude! That would be, you know what? You know, it'd be a lot more fun.
We'll do one live. We'll do one live from the.
My father would be a freaking hoot.
I don't know how fun your father would be.
Hoot and a half.
Your dad would be scary, man.
My dad is. You think I'm bad?
You're not gonna answer
I mean,
questions.
you know me. My dad's worse.
He's a.
You know, Big Tony. He's
I know him.
God, he's awful.
He's a little angry.
A little angry. Anyway, back to
the
the
last
topic at
time
hand.
I saw him,
Are
he
you
was very,
saying you
very
wouldn't
nice.
we wouldn't like him when he was
You know
angry?
what? You know what, Andy? He's gotten better.
I know.
He's been to Mexico and back.
He's awesome.
Has he been
He's
to
been to
Cabo?
Mexico
He's always
and
been to Cabo, where they
For the
Oh
wedding.
yeah, he was. Well, yeah, he came to my wedding. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Here's a nice
I
shot
was
of.
going to say George Engel
That's
just
a
like
great shot right
it's just
there,
like
right?
showing it all.
She's like, I feel like a swim, right? Because when she saw,
You know what?
Doc,
I think I'm on the same. I might be on the same. Oh, I can't move the camera.
Don't
Never
worry
mind.
about it. Don't worry. Don't destroy
he's
your
just
room.
He's like, oh, I fell.
I think it was the same shot though. I'm at almost the same shot.
So
Anyway.
right here, Doc was like trying to ask her if she wanted to go for a swim. She said no, but then she saw Howie get in the
She
pool,
goes, yes.
and she goes, "I'm going to go for a swim." And she mentioned
And
she
Artie
only,
Schiff
she only
comes
has like
in
a
the pool.
quick minute. She's like, before my handler, I think she said something along her line, her chaperone,
Secret Service or
Secret
Service.
Service man will be
Secret
here.
Service.
And right when she says that, you just see a foot come up on the side of the pool.
Yeah, he does the. He's
What?
got his balls like hanging
This
out
is
the
such
bottom
a
of his shorts.
dick move. I'd be like, "Excuse me, I'm on this cruise. I could talk to people on this cruise. Who are you to tell me?"
Doc
who I
was
can-"
put in charge of.
I know, but Doc has to realize, like, she's a grown woman. What are you doing? Like, it's almost like, are they saying she's challenged?
I think Doc was put in charge.
She's a woman child.
given a responsibility. It's funny because
Well, when he talks to nobody in the shower,
but we've often talked about these things. What are they? We actually see them
Yeah,
in
we
use
get
this
to
time.
see
I was
it
like,
in
oh, they're
there.
definitely showers now because we've seen we see
Yeah.
them
Artie
getting used.
Schiff.
Artie Schiff.
I'm telling you. Look at him. He's already shit.
this is really weird too. She just goes running.
I know.
After
Runs
he
around
answered-
the pool.
like
around
he,
the pool,
like
around
he
the
wouldn't
pool.
know, like you wouldn't
Boom.
notice if you, as you're walking away,
I'm in the
somebody
shower.
just booking away. Like, oh, what's all that? That would have made so much noise, and she would have ran into chairs. Should have been knocking shit over. She's in the shower now with Howie.
Everybody cleared the way.
I like that
Oh,
part.
and the kiss. Oh,
Yeah.
the kiss.
Here's who Anthony's talking about, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Artie Schiff. There he goes. John Lovitz. Love him. Love him.
Bobby Urich came back with a weird turkey pinata.
Yeah,
I know.
as a
What was the-
gift.
No,
And she's
right
like, I don't
there.
want your gift. I'd be like, I don't fucking want that thing
And then
either.
he said,
Right
"I'll
there.
wrap it around your neck. You're going to take this." He said.
Is that Cabo right there, Anthony, in the distance?
That
Those
is-
mountains?
This was the first time we
That
had
is
mountains
Land's
like
End
that,
right there
right?
at Cabo San Lucas. Yes.
Okay.
I thought that was cool because we haven't had that. It's usually just the water.
Yep.
And
Now,
work.
that's an actual shot of Cabo San Lucas.
This episode was weird.
And that
in
is an
we-
actual
we
shot
got
of Audrey
terminal
Meadows
shots
right there.
too,
yeah.
like a bunch of them.
And we also had
Yeah, right at the beginning
Captain
and
was
the
on the
end.
back thing again. Remember? And he had
Was there another one of those
Yeah,
this
he was
time?
on the thing. He had to walk.
That is an actual shot of a
And he was
pinata.
I
on the
remember
back
that.
again. Remember that weird thing where he
I
had
remember
the
that last
knobs?
episode where he was doing
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
He was. Did you notice that or no?
Yeah, those were lifeboat. That was raising and lowering the lifeboat.
But he was pretending like he was actually
He was
steering
actually
the ship from
driving
And
there.
he had
ship.
he had the walkie-talkie. Yeah.
I'm walking and
Is that a
talking.
Is that a Titanic thing?
What's that?
The lifeboat thing? Is that a Titanic thing?
Oh,
We're really not talking about this because this is a story you didn't really care for, and
oh, is it just me? You care about this?
no, I'm saying
okay.
I'm saying we're okay with. I'm just saying that's why we're talking.
We're
about it.
talking
Fine. I'm
past
just
it.
going to sit in the background here and just watch.
I lost interest once Robert Urich put his shirt back on.
The Ice Pirate.
That
The
needs,
Ice
to,
Pirate.
that needs to be in the teaser right there.
But this whatever. Who cares? This couple is arguing over nothing. They're arguing over nonsense.
Poor Audrey
Who
Meadows.
planned the vacation?
There was
or
one funny
whatever.
thing here. He said
Hair-
that
Take this
he said
chicken.
that, I'm sorry. He said that Audrey Meadows. He said you're supposed to be with me with this at the skeet shoot because we've
The
had some
skeet shoot.
Robert
There's a
Reed was
skeet shoot.
shooting that one time, and who else? The lady was skeet shooting.
Yeah. Who was the other skeet shooter? But we saw her.
Gopher's looking at the emergency fund money here, which he
Yep.
mentioned earlier had $635.
$35.
Okay.
So he's down 321. He's thinking about taking the money from that to pay
So
Colonel
wait,
Potter.
so he's embezzling.
Well, it's their
There's
money.
embezzlement.
It's their
He's
money.
stealing
Stealing
from
it is
them.
emergency. It is emergency
Come on.
fund. Here we find out Isaac lost to
I don't remember what he. I
Colonel
don't remember what
Potter
he
as
lost.
well.
I have no. I forget what Isaac.
Isaac lost $147 to Colonel Potter.
147. Was that it?
I think right.
That's close.
I thought it was 162, but
That's also wrong, Brian.
I thought it was 147.
It's 149.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it Julie that lost 67? Is that why I'm
Julie
getting confused?
lost 67,
okay.
yes.
All right.
you know
that
what?
gives us a
Over
total of-
under Brian. You're good, man.
Tell him what you did.
Very close.
Tell him
Very
what,
close.
That's what he does. He's numbers. He's our numbers guy.
He masturbates.
Freaking
for
Rain
these
Man.
episodes.
Freaking Rain Man.
As his name, Brian Rainman. That's his new Twitter handle, Brian Rainman.
Brian Rain Man.
I'm a terrible Rain Man then.
Well, you know what? At least you're not Dustin Hoffman.
Cut that out. I love Dustin Hoffman.
He was
would that be a
canceled.
bad thing?
He was canceled early on before
Wait,
canceling.
Dustin
was a thing.
Hoffman was canceled for
Really?
what?
Mm.
Oh, because he was like, I'm walking
Totally.
here.
Totally.
He said that. Is that
He was
why?
canceled. He was canceled because he was grabbing ass at some
Oh, I've
point.
never heard
Oh,
that.
come
Oh
on.
yeah. Oh, totally.
I thought it was because he
Rob
killed,
Reiner grabbed Mary Tyler Moore's ass on the set of Dick Van Dyke.
I thought it was because he killed all those horses in that TV show he was doing.
That was a good show, too.
It was. I never watched it, but he was
But there were
killing the horses.
there was several horses were killed.
He was canceled around the same time. Kaiser Soze was.
Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey, yeah.
Kevin Spacey was, yes, around the same time.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
But Kevin Spacey did it with boys, and he did it with girls.
I read something recently, like
Just saying.
just an article about Kevin Spacey being so overrated. Like they went back and like watched some of his movies and they broke it down.
That is
but
revisionist
you know what?
history, man. Kevin
That is-
Spacey was
that is
awesome in some of those
bullshit,
movies.
Because I'm telling you, I mean,
Like
I'm just saying,
Seven,
the same with the article.
Usual
was, yeah.
Suspects.
Seven. Okay, Seven was amazing. Usual Suspects. I know Andy and I are a little biased there because
They had sex with the.
growing up with the director and sleeping with the director. But anyway,
Allegedly, Andy was
Allegedly.
diddled.
you know what?
Jealous.
I was too. Let's just be honest.
They
The
also,
rails of this podcast have been so iced up.
This
We
is
have gone off the rails. so
Everything
many
is
times.
flown.
But this is also your
Lid
favorite story
flown.
here.
Everything is off the rails now.
I
Everything
could have
is gone.
watched an entire hour-long episode of Gopher and Potter playing cards with Doc looking through the
I'm sorry, but
I actually
And you know
paused
what?
it at this
You know
time.
what? This is why I like dialing into these podcasts.
Paused it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out how much time is left. Like I paused it at this time and it was like, oh my god, there's only like 20 minutes left. I'm like, oh no. I want like an hour of this. I was so disappointed that we were already halfway through at
You
this
wanted
point.
a whole episode of just
I was
that.
so into it when Doc's doing the thing. I'm like, how is he going to is he going to like start flashing signals?
first
And then
of all-
he gets on the thing and Isaac starts doing the thing. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like,
Episode
this
2 is out.
is
Do you want me to
great.
read the description of that one too?
Sure.
When it's download.
I just see it popped up on my phone. Yeah. I want to know what episode 2 is.
All right, I gotta wait for that one to download.
Part 2 of when Jason and Andy tried to discuss the 14th episode of Love Boat Season 1, Episode 4, Isaac's Double Standard. One more time, Chimpanzee Shines. Isaac's mom, please. The cuspid trombone.
I can't even hear. I don't even know what he's saying. What's he saying, Brian? What is he saying?
The cuspid trombone. Don Adams and Misty develop a horrible act. And that goddamn orangutan continues
Which
to
episode is
ransack.
Don Adams on? Come on, I've missed.
Meanwhile, Andy fantasizes about boning said orangutan. I don't remember saying that at all.
I don't remember
Jason
that part either.
fantasizes about a devil's threesome with Andy and the orangutan.
I think I
talking
might
about?
have said something along those lines, but I don't remember saying exactly
Brian
that.
finds a quarter and doesn't tell anyone. So Jason and I are into bestiality, and Brian just finds money that he doesn't tell people
He
about.
finds money
So
on the
just
floor.
just random quarters. Here.
Are we moving
I
on?
didn't spill my drink because I used Tupperware.
You know what? I spilled my drink all over me earlier. So.
Use promo code exciting. We have Howie and
I'm all wet.
Howie.
What?
Let's move on. Let's move on. Come on.
We have Howie, and he's using his book here, his one-liners, I guess, here to.
He's still using them. He's making out with this chick. He's using one-liners. I think he's got her
right now. She's necking with him, right? I guess
that's actual necking. Yes, that is actual.
I
necking.
like that. That's like a Happy Days.
But then he by accident grabs her butt. But they were progressing
like,
that way anyway.
Yeah, and then he was like, "I just want the book. I don't want your butt." And then she sees the book and she's like, "How to pick up girls," and she's like, "How to beat up boys" or whatever. And she started slamming the book against them. Again, this was not a story you were really interested in, right?
Yeah, but this was fun.
It was more fun, yeah. Because
it was fun.
And
come on, it was already Schiff.
She looked good too.
And then, but really, we got to get back to Gopher and Potter playing cards because
here we got an announcement that
there were dolphins off
was
the port side.
Officer of the watch. He said, "I'm the officer of the watch."
When's he ever going to appear on the show?
I don't know. I was hoping for a name, but we didn't get a name. And he said, "Port side, you could see." He said there was a school of dolphins. I looked it up. It's actually pods of dolphins.
Pods of
not
dolphins.
School of dolphins.
And then Stubing comes in. He's like, "Remind me to fire that officer of the watch.
Remind me to shoot the guns into the water and kill the dolphins. Remember to bring me the blubber." No, they don't have blubber, right? What is a dolphin? Is it a?
Yeah, they probably have blubber, right?
Yeah, I guess
whales have blubber.
They taste delicious.
There you go. It's in every can. It's in every can of Starkist tuna.
Isn't it funny? We can't eat dolphins; they're mammals, but we eat cows like it's going out of business. Also mammals.
Exactly. Really? Right?
Why
really?
not? Why can't we eat them?
What do you think? What do you think a dolphin burger would taste like? I think that would be interesting.
I'd like to try it.
Yeah, me too.
I've had shark burger. I
think it would taste like
swordfish burger.
What'd you think of shark burger? Did you like it?
I like shark. I would get shark and swordfish out at restaurants if I could. Every time I go out.
Would you want to go like deep sea fishing, like for marlin sometime? I would always wanted to do that.
I have done it. Anthony and I. Anthony and I went shark fishing.
Did you catch any?
No, we came bluefish.
Well, we went bluefish. We caught 1 billion bluefish. But we went shark fishing. We caught a little tiny one, and we had to throw it back. We didn't catch anything.
You know what, Andy? It's so funny. I remembered that just recently.
Yeah.
I can't.
We went.
That would be fun. I would do. Would you do? That would be something fun to do.
We went deep sea fishing a couple times, a couple years in a row.
We really did.
Good stuff. Blue fishing, shark fishing, and tuna fishing. We didn't catch anything when we went tuna fishing.
Good times. Good times.
I also said the next chillers in April. We're going to do that one. So.
All right, let's not sleep on that one because I'm disappointed that I didn't get Dave Ellison's.
I'm upset that we didn't get Scott
Jism and signature on a book.
I would have got.
You say Jism?
Did I?
Stuart Margolin we would have had for the Love Boat picture that we wanted to do.
That's the one I wanted.
Yeah, Stuart Margolin would have been a good one to get.
Who's that?
He's a writer for the Love Boat. A lot of episodes of the Love Boat, and he's in episodes as well. But
he rates himself in.
Also, a guest you probably listened to on Gilbert.
Oh,
he's been on Gilbert. Yeah, but here Stubing came in all like, "You should be ashamed."
But he fired the entire crew.
They'll be dismissed.
They will be dismissed.
But Harry Morgan, he changed so fast.
Well, you know
what?
But wait, that was a ploy.
I really hate to say this because I know we talked over the whole them cheating and everything like that. That was the best part of the whole show, and we talked over it. But nah, we
don't want to talk about it. Okay.
That was the best part of the episode when Isaac was doing.
We're not going to go back, are we?
No, we're not.
No, but we can talk about it real quick here as Doc dances with Georgia Engel because it's just going to be. Howie's going to do a couple more strange things. Stubing's going to see him talking
to
a
couple more
he's
lines.
talking to the shower or something like
and
that.
Stubing looks, and as he's looking in the shower, he's sitting over there to the left, whistling like a weirdo because that looks normal.
Because you always do that when you're caught talking to yourself.
I do have to say that.
You know what? That was hysterical. The whistling in the corner.
When the captain said that chicken a la king sounded delicious, I did laugh out loud.
Oh yeah,
He was like, because he went like this. Ooh, I want to get there before it runs
rubbed
out.
his stomach like.
Can he say, "Ooh, chicken a la king"?
Do you have in your notes what Isaac was calling out over the speaker for
That was
all
great.
the card
That was
sheets
I think I
things?
do have a couple of those.
Because some of them are hilarious.
Let me see here. I have.
I'll be at the Nines Diner with the club sandwiches or something like that.
Wait, the Ninth Diner, wasn't it up in Jersey City?
I don't know. I'm speaking whatever. I can't even remember exactly what he said.
He said the number 4 club sandwich.
Number 4.
Chickenella King, hearts.
64 slices of
The
American
hearts,
cheese.
A full dress party on the Lido deck.
A full dress party.
Diamond dressed. 9 spades. It said 9 spades. I was
9
like,
spades. That's kind of
diamond room.
obvious,
yeah,
right?
it was so
9
weird.
spades.
Those were some really weird.
And then he said something
we also
about the
found
gin,
out the
right?
room that Howie was in. He was on the Fiesta deck F-135.
Okay, but I know at one point Isaac says like 3, 2, 1 gin or something
Contact?
like that. He was like,
Yeah, it was so weird. He had
because he only needed a 4 for gin or something like that. I don't remember what it was exactly, but
it was something about not 90% alcohol or something.
something like that. Yeah,
Stupid was
The
like,
gin,
That's
the
what
gin
Stupid
has
was.
It's promoting
90%
his- it's
alcohol.
It's very
he's
specific.
promoting his own drinks now.
Yes.
That was the best part of the whole episode. The whole
Oh.
cheating thing and the Doc with the binoculars through the window.
Oh, it was,
That was great. That was great.
Run 1, 2, 3 to
Run.
the Starlight
There you go.
Lounge. Martinis that are nearly all gin. And then
And
the
that's
elevator
when- that's when
scene. Then the
Steubing
elevator
went-
scene
Steubing
wasn't.
went-
And he went
Steubing
gin.
went, wait.
And that's when he stuck
What?
his
That's
head
when
back.
Steubing
in.
was like.
That's when Steubing got
Steubing got in
he
the
got
know.
cute. He's like, wait.
Steubing became
wait,
in the know.
Wait,
yeah.
wait.
That's when you had your elevator scene.
Here's Steubing looking in the shower for why is Howie talking to the shower? And Isaac's like, you want my advice? He's talking to the two men, the Bob Urich and the Mr. Tripper here. And they're like,
Oh,
no, they
Mr.
don't want-
Bradford.
Bradford. They don't want his advice. And Isaac just walks away. It's like, if you don't want my advice, they're like, nah.
You know what Bobby Urich ordered here?
No,
Bobby.
no.
Do you know what drink he ordered here, Anthony?
A gin and tonic.
Brian?
No.
He ordered bourbon on the rocks is what he ordered.
like it.
Yeah, there it is.
I had a bourbon on the rocks today.
Bourbon
I had
on the
bourbon
rocks.
About 5 minutes ago. I'm going to get myself one again.
Bourbon on the rocks.
Are you doing put it on the Ritz?
Yeah. But I could do it because I did different words, so it's allowed. Right?
Put it on the Ritz. Put it on the Ritz.
That's another movie
Andy,
I'd like
I
to
swear
watch
to
with
God.
everybody.
You and I were cut from the same mold.
Things are spiraling out of control quickly here.
Well, again, we're on the least favorite story of Robert Urich coming over apologizing.
I'm not even paying attention to what's going on the screen because I don't care about
really
these
sorry.
guys.
I'm even coming off my notes now. I'm going to go off the
I'm
screen.
sorry.
It's
really
Robert
sorry.
Urich apologizes to Diane Canova, and
so
they
sorry.
walk off to go have sex again.
I'm really, really sorry.
He's been apologizing for 10 minutes.
Exactly. I'm sorry.
And now we had
really,
Robert
really
Mandan is
sorry.
at the bar. He still doesn't want to say he's sorry. And he comes over and he finally says sorry to Audrey Meadows and says, she says,
Artie Meadows, I'm
this is
sorry.
the first time in 25 years you said sorry. And he said, I'm sorry for that as too. And then
I'm sorry.
they kissed and made up as well.
Sure. Whatever with all these people.
I'm just trying to get you through this story because we're almost there. Look at that. Look at that.
Almost there.
Stay on target.
Almost
target.
there.
Stay on
Almost
target.
there.
Don't get
It's set up for
Penis-y.
your attack run.
penis.
Porkins.
Almost there.
Chucky, save me.
Uh,
This really did carry on this scene here when he
It
said
did.
sorry. Like,
That's the
carried on for
problem
a
with
long
these
time.
some of these
and
dramatic
that's why,
episodes.
like you
are
said,
just
we could add more Harry. We could add more Harry Morgan and Doc staring through binoculars to a window that all of a sudden works great and has curtains to open. And
Well, that was
Gopher
the funny
pretend-
thing. Gopher closed the curtains, but didn't close them all the
He
way.
said, "We got to close them because Captain could see," but then he left it halfway open.
Yeah, so it made it obvious.
And then he went to sit. He went to sit in the chair, so Colonel Potter would be like, "I'll sit there," and he was like, "Okay."
Yeah, but
fell right into his plan. It was like,
what would have happened if he just sat there, Gopher?
how do you not know? You always sit with your face to the door. You want to see who's coming in.
Yeah, I don't think I want my back.
I never
to the
sit. I
window,
never
though.
sit with my back to the door.
I know because
No.
the mob's coming to get you, right?
Yeah. You don't do it. I mean,
hey, man, aces and eights.
I want to see.
all day
I
long.
want to see who's shooting me.
Know when to hold them.
And then we had
Guys.
Georgia Engel. How he
No
finally.
one's coming after you guys.
Not yet.
Nobody's coming after me.
Not
Man.
yet.
Come on.
Tony,
know that.
Tony will probably go viral.
He's got a virus.
And then they'll ask us, and I'll be like, nah.
I get a lot of viruses.
I lived with Anthony for a couple of years. I know what kind of viruses he has.
You did, and you still have them.
Here, out of nowhere, we just get Gopher coming over to Colonel Potter, which, by the way, his family got the tour. He got to meet his
the grandkids came on. Because, yes, I guess we left out the fact they were going on this cruise to meet their grandkids they haven't seen in 10 years.
And that's why he mortgaged the house, because he wanted
10 years.
And it seemed like she was sick, because he kept saying the doctor's orders for certain things for her.
She couldn't fly because of doctor's orders.
Yeah.
Never explained what that doctor order was.
But then he said that she needed rest later on too. For one of the reasons, like, oh, she's getting some extra rest or something. I thought that meant she was getting some sort of happy ending massage. But
Isaac,
which is
can
weird.
You take care of my wife for me,
real quick. If we could go back to something that we went right over.
You got this.
Gopher was like taking orders for dinner at one point. Did you notice that?
Really? Was he? I didn't
he's
pick up
like, because I wrote it down.
So it was a waiter too?
It was a real weird meal. It was like Papa Cacciatore something.
Making recommendations to Colonel Potter. Hey,
that's racist.
Yeah.
What's racist?
No, it was like El Papa Bad Kitty Cacciatore or something like that. Right there, Andy, look.
It's Italian.
There he is on the back of the boat. Yeah, okay.
I
think that's the exact same.
That's what you said. That's the lifeboat.
That is the exact same scene from the last episode, because it's got that same container ship right next to it there.
Yeah. This whole podcast is canceled. I'm offended.
Here's the four.
You're getting us canceled, Anthony. You're the one that's doing it.
Here's the four: Audrey Meadows, Robert Mandan, Bobby Urich, and Diane Canova. They're all going to go on vacation again next year, and they all say, one says Rome, one says a cruise, one says Aspen.
Hey, man,
there's a big difference between
Rome
and Aspen.
Now,
Aspen's like a long drive.
If you're this guy,
you're there. A long drive from Rome.
You're there to pick up your daughter immediately, and as soon as you get on board, the captain tells you that, oh yeah, we watched your daughter; she's engaged.
Dude, Artie Schiff.
We watched her get engaged.
It's Artie Schiff.
And he's like, I kept Doc away from her. How's that sound? That's even better.
Doc cock blocked for 4.5 days, but
on the 5th day, he unblocked. And Doc gets the How to Hit on Women book, and he's like, I think I'll use this. I'm like, Doc does not need that book.
He catches it, though. He's already got 4 ex-wives. He did not need help.
He does not need that book.
He did not need the help with that book.
He just has his opening line, I'm a doctor, and panties drop.
Because I'm a doctor.
That was just so weird, and he's like, "What am I going to do?" It was just a weird, like.
This is my favorite scene of the whole episode.
Okay, wait.
Isaac mentions he's got a day off.
Casual wear. Isaac coming off the boat saying, "I got a day off."
What is Isaac wearing right there?
He's wearing just like his shirt's untucked. Yeah. He's just like he's
got one full day off.
One day off.
Yeah. He's got a day off.
That's just so funny how he's got a day off.
Now he's got a day off. Are they leaving on a cruise that he's not going to be on?
But that would be only. Is he going to go on a different boat then the next day?
Something.
I would think he's part of that crew, though, right? Like they would all have the same.
So why do Doc and Gopher have to stay on the boat?
Harry Morgan is going to pay.
But Andy seems really tired right now.
He is going to pay back. Sorry. He is going to pay back the loan. He said. Because he has two families now.
I'm going to pay back.
That's right. Because because we yada over that too. They gave him the emergency fund money to pay off his mortgage, and now the episode's
over.
They're
going to pay back Aaron Spelling.
Did we talk about the episode at all? I feel that I
tried to get some stuff in. I think I did get some stuff in.
The one part of the show that I wanted to talk about, we didn't talk about it at all. But whatever.
Please do.
The Harry Morgan one. I'm saying, like,
there's a lot.
We're still talking about it.
What did we talk about over it? We talked something over it.
I don't know. Anthony's chlamydia or whatever. I don't fucking know. Like, it was so off the rails.
Something was acting up.
Who knows?
There, yeah. I guess we'll look at
my fault.
We can look at the guests for our next episode, which we won't be recording next couple weeks, right? So,
well, next Saturday is Christmas Day. I don't think we're going to record that day.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year.
But the following episode is New Year's Day. I don't care if we record on New Year's Day.
7:00 New Year's Day, same time.
We can do it.
Same time, same place.
I'll be doing nothing else but.
Do you want to record into the New Year's?
Start at 7 and go to New Year's. A 5-hour podcast.
New Year's Eve. Then
we could start maybe a little later.
5-hour podcast.
Do you want?
Yeah, no way we could possibly BS for 5 hours. That would be impossible.
Oh, so you want to do a New Year's Eve one?
Not New Year's Day. We'll set up a second mic,
or we could get Anthony to come on. We could get Anthony to come on.
Yeah, so you could do the New Year with us, and then do the New Year with yourself and Mari out there.
But we'll be long asleep by then.
Oh yeah, we'll be asleep.
She'd be like way far away from this shit. She wants nothing to do with this.
She
loves you guys, but wants nothing to do with it.
I thought you said she listens.
She listens to it, but she wants nothing to do with it.
I feel the same way. I feel the exact same way.
But
I don't want anything to do with it, but I want to listen to it.
But when I listen to him, I'm like, damn, we're good.
I have a feeling I'm not going to feel that way this time.
I think we're fine.
I really don't think I'm going to feel that way this time.
I'm not going to speak for myself. You guys are good. You're good. You're good.
We have fun.
Good.
I mean,
I
think we have a lot of fun. We sound really well. Like the sound quality is amazing.
You know what? That's your producer.
It's the producer.
That's your producer.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Baba Booey Jr. over there.
All right, I got some names for you for next week's episode or New Year's.
The next time we record,
our next recording. We probably won't remember by then, but Linda Day George. I don't know who that is. Monty Hall.
Monty Hall. Let's make a deal.
Can I come on next week? Can I come in with Monty Hall? I really want to do Monty Hall.
Let's make a deal.
I mean, if you watch the episode, I don't see why we can't have him on. I mean,
come on.
There's a couple reasons why I
need to be on next week for Monty Hall.
Wait, so after Monty Hall, we got. I really think this lady was hot. Elaine Joyce. Do you remember who Elaine Joyce was?
I don't.
Let me pull her up real quick for you.
I think I do.
So you can see her picture.
Ooh, Elaine Joyce. Hold on. I'm pulling it up
on like a lot of like.
I'm pulling up
70s
on my computation
games.
device now.
There she is, Aunt. Can you see that?
Oh, I know her.
Yeah, you don't remember her?
I know her.
I know that mouth.
She was married to Bobby Van or something like that. I think his name was, but
living in a van down by the river.
Leslie Nielsen.
Again? Another
Leslie Nielsen.
I wonder how high his pants are going to be pulled up this time because they were nipple level last time.
They were very high. Janice Page. Don't know the name. Laurie Prang.
Prang? That sounds Asian.
Joey Ross. That's from Car 54.
Where are you?
That's all we have.
Is Leslie Nielsen the only one I know next week? Did you say someone else I know?
Yeah, you should know Monty Hall.
Monty Hall.
There it is. You guys came back. You guys froze for a second.
We froze. You froze, son. Maybe we paused you. Did you ever think that?
Froze.
How about that? We paused you.
No, you froze. Oh,
you're paused.
Did you cancel me? Did you cancel me?
Hashtag Anthony.
You guys suck.
Hashtag curb the slurs.
You know what? I love you guys, but fuck you.
We have to keep you in check, man.
Andy, don't
we don't want
even
to offend any of our listeners.
We could be found on all handles: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Exciting and new podcast. Also TikTok, Facebook. If I didn't mention that, Twitter, Instagram.
Jesus Christ, how many things are we on?
I'm Jesus74 on Twitter. The Jazoo on Instagram.
I'm Andy.
Aegonzo1 on Twitter and Instagram. Tony, what is your Twitter?
Egaletta Jr.
Do you want to promote anything?
No.
His large penis.
Death and destruction. That's it.
There you go.
And I'm Brian.
Papa Bad Kitty.
Papa Bad Kitty.
See ya.
Love you guys.
Good times, Aunt.
Peace out, brother.